Oh man, I was holding my breath that whole time. Ugh, I shouldn't do that, especially at my age. Oh. Ugh. Hi everybody. It's been a while. My hair got long. I got grayer. I'm so tired. So tired. Oh, there he is.
It's Justin. We got him back. Little impromptu live stream. What's going on, everybody? Let me do this. There we go. Now, I did not just bring you guys on here to show you my absolutely badass, jawsome Street Sharks tank top that you probably don't have, but you should have, and you probably wish you do have. What I have brought you here for is for your help to build the wall, because I have decided that I had enough slabs to add a third layer to the wall here. So we're going to take everything down and we're going to go through them. We're going to put them in tiers. We're going to put them in top shelf, middle shelf, bottom shelf. And then we're going to decide what order we should put them in, what makes the cut, what doesn't make the cut. I can tell you guys one thing. From here to here is non-negotiable. These do not get cut. So don't even, because I don't care what you say. I don't need your input that badly. So hold your Mortal Kombat negativity for somebody else's stream, because I will not have it here.
See, I would think that you would want them in the middle tier because that's where my eye goes automatically.
Well, that's why I have all my big books down there, because I wanted those to be like
the focal point.
Right.
Gotcha.
So, no, this is not Trinity. No, I was gonna redo the wall because I'm adding a third row. So I was just like, hey, let's do a live stream. Feel free to jump on, Nick.
Hey, if Nick jumps on, I will show off the birthday present that he sent me.
Ooh, but he has to stay for at least an hour. Can we say that?
Sure.
All right. So first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna take these off, and as we take them off, I will I'll ask you guys what you think. Should we do top shelf, middle shelf? So just keep in mind the middle row here is really where, when I'm recording and stuff, you get a full visual of this middle row on the recordings. On the top shelf here, you only get about maybe to right here. So that's why I did that there. Because while this stuff right here I think is just badass, this stuff right here is like the everybody's type books. Like there's something on this row for everybody. So that's why I left those in the middle. So let's see, putting Ellie down tight knot.
I think it's supposed to be right now.
Okay.
I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't know. So, like I said, just keep that in mind when we're talking about moving them top and middle, is because these are always visual in the videos. So, so let's start with taking down the top shelf here, and so okay. So what do you guys think? Should we make the top shelf? Do we want to bump like the big keys, the big expensive books? Do we want to bump those to the top? And then everything else on the bottom two? What's the consensus on that? What do you guys think? Big books, just type. Which tier? Top, middle, bottom. Let's see what you guys think. We went to the butcher shop yesterday. We call him the meat man. We picked up some steaks, and they make their own sausage and hot dogs and stuff. I got this cheddar chicken sausage here. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and it's way better for you than like pork or beef because it's just chicken. So, all right, we got top shelf, we got middle. How many of you guys thought that the title I put up was just like, what are these guys getting into now? What are these guys going to talk about now, huh? Have they really gone this far over? Come on, you guys didn't think that. Of course, I was talking about my comic wall. I saw some comments beforehand, and I was like, "What are they? Why are they throwing that up?" And I was like, "Oh, I guess that could be misconstrued." However, that was not the plan. All right, we got one. What do you think, Justin?
You know what I think? I think you should just say F it and put the Mortal Kombat books right there in the middle. That's what I think.
And where do these go? What do you think about these?
I think those. So the top shelf doesn't get seen as much on camera. Is that correct?
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think the bottom will either. And I think it would be. I think if we're gonna put this stuff on the middle, this stuff has to go to the top.
So
I can't put it on the bottom.
Yeah, I would put the middle stuff on the top shelf, and then the top shelf on the middle shelf.
Okay.
And then when people start making fun of you because they're like, "Oh, look at this guy with his graded Mortal Kombat books," you just like pan the camera up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna drop the link to join. So if you're a member, I just dropped the link. Nope, I just dropped the link for Burke's Saturday morning hangout. I think. Hold on. Is that what I just did? Really? Hold on. Okay, I just dropped the link to join the panel here in the Forgotten chat. If you are a member, if you're a member and you're not in the Forgotten chat, let me know because you kind of should be.
I'm neither.
Yeah, but you don't really get to. I mean, you should be in there because you're on payroll. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think I negotiated that as part of my most recent current contract that I didn't have to be in the group chat.
I need to try to do that too. The biggest reason for this, Justin, is because all the way in the corner, all the way over there in the corner, that's all the way up against the wall.
Oh, hey, look at that one on the corner, all the way at the end.
So I was like, if I have to take all of them off and get it out, then I'm gonna go ahead and put up a third row, and we're gonna do this. So, but we're not gonna say why the X-Men 266 9.8 is going to Justin's house, but what I will say is, in about 3 weeks, when Nick gets the video edited that I'm gonna record on Tuesday, you guys will know, and you'll be like, "Oh no!"
So I don't want to spoil anything. I'm just going to ask you got a good deal, right?
Oh baby, yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to know.
Here's the thing. The thing the thing about this thing is the last time it sold in that high of a grade was like 4 years ago.
Oh, really?
And I guess that was where the price came from. So I was like, okay. Alan, dude, jump on, bro. We're ripping down all the slabs off my wall and burning them. All of them. Which books am I selling? Joe, if you go to our Instagram, I just put a whole slew of Bronze and Silver Age books up for sale yesterday. So I actually do have some. I've got a Daredevil 16 with the Daredevil label on there, that first Ramita Spider-Man. I've got first Kite Man. I got Thor 169 and an 8.0. I got that first High Evolutionary on there. Hulk 181, Batman Adventures 12 and a 9.8. So you can go look to our Instagram. There's all kind of stuff on there that I've been putting up for sale. So yeah, all I got left to sell, and I'm not buying any more to sell either.
Those Daredevil prices were they were tempting.
Yeah. The 4 actually sold today, so
nice.
Yep. typically when you do this kind of a wall, you would like to space them enough to where you can just lift up on the slab and pull it out. I did not do that, so I have to slide them all. Alan, you should definitely jump on though. Alan, look in the forgotten chat and get the link, dude. We need one more person to kind of talk to Justin while I'm pulling books down.
Yeah, and especially since I'm not really talking because I'm working.
Yeah. See, I almost pulled them down before I started, but then I was like, well, I don't know. I should have done that. I should have. Should have done it.
Remove comma.
Hey, look at there. What's up, dude?
Hey, so you can adjust them all you want, but you don't have this one on the wall in the 9.8.
I don't. I certainly don't.
So hey, without saying anything,
I just got one of these in a 9.8. I don't have that one you have. That nice brand new one. I just have this old last issue.
yeah, but nothing,
Only 4 or 5.
nothing will ever compare to my induction into the 9.2 crew.
The book I just bought is almost a 9.2 crew book. I might
So hey,
try to get it to a 9.2.
Without saying anything out loud, so somebody doesn't hear me, did you send that book home with Nick?
No, but I'm coming out there next weekend.
Crap, I will actually be in St. Louis next weekend.
I didn't even remember to give it to him. Didn't even remember to give it to him, man. I can leave it with him or I can leave it with Josh.
Either which one's easiest. Because I think where Nick works and where I work, I could easily meet up with him during lunch.
Okay.
One day.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Just based on the areas of town we're in.
Okay, cool. Oh, he just got that robot voice going on and breaking up real bad.
Oh, we completely lost him.
Yeah. Now it's not getting any better. I can see your connection bars going in. There it is. That's better.
Yeah, we live out in the country. So
Man, raw copies of this have been selling for like $400, which is nuts to me. Nuts. I paid like $25 for it. First 9.8 to ever hit the census. Get some. Is he breaking up still on your end?
Yeah, he's frozen.
Yeah, I thought he was frozen too. Every now and then I get a. Whatnot Sports. 17 hours of raw cards on Whatnot. Who gives a damn? Nobody care about that. I don't know how I'm still getting emails from them. I guess I'm on the list after we was on there for so long. Only 2 of them bad boys on the planet, Justin. That's the manga one, baby.
You showed that off on Only Slabs, right?
I did. I think Rob got a little chubby from it.
Speaking of Only Slabs, I'll be back on in December.
Only one on the planet. Only one. Oh, yeah? I told him that he was live earlier. I said, dude, I got one coming in on Tuesday. I said, I wished I had it for that show. I said, I would have got a Remy for it, man. He's like, well, you can always come back on. I'm like, man, I ain't got enough slabs to do a whole nother show, and I'm not trying to either.
Well, I think with me going on in December, I really am trying to make it so like I only show off signed books.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool, dude. Because you are working on having a pretty big sign collection for sure. Your signed book collection getting pretty tough. The game, baby, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I don't care what Bret Hart says. Bret Hart's a punk. He's a has-been and a never was.
Do you know what my favorite thing about Bret Hart is?
When he goes back through the curtain.
It's that it's never Bret Hart's fault. Like nothing is ever his fault.
Yup. That's a fact. I only have 3 signed books in my collection as far as graded.
Yeah, but one of them's like what, triple or quadruple signed?
No, that was those ASMs. Those are gone.
Oh, I didn't know you sold them.
Yeah, a while back.
Well, one of them is new, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's actually over there. I forgot that I even had that. I'm gonna put that as neat. That hadn't even crossed my mind this week. That's going on the wall. My buddy Britt just bought a 9.6 of this.
Wow.
As soon as it got to the house, cow, cracked it. Got to go for that 9.8, man. Never settle for a 9.6 if you can't actually see the flaws and there's no notes. And the wall back here behind the slabs looks really bad because this is where I had that TV before.
Oh yeah.
Behind this Ghost Rider, there's like a big old hole where I had my wires going down. I had a wall plate there originally, and these are the holes from the TV mount. Yeah, it's bad, but never mind that.
Dustin,
this Marvel Spotlight 5 all the way down.
Who signed the Batman?
Neil Adams. Neil Adams. Where is that one? There it is. Well, I'll show them off as we put them up. I'll show all of them off to you guys. If you have any questions, you can ask them, whatever.
Yeah, I can read off the chat. So if you have questions, type away.
I still can't believe I only paid $500 for that book. What it's going for now is insane. And I just bought it last year. You know that Captain America 100 I just got back?
Yeah.
The 5.5. So I found out it's actually a much more rare copy than the one I have.
How so?
I'll show you. Let me get this one down.
Boy, I wish they would throw the kettle.
All right, so you guys see where it's here, let me do this. Bam. All right, so you see the yellow under the shadowing behind the Captain America logo?
Uh-huh.
It's all yellow behind here.
Uh-huh.
So there's a printing error copies where it's white behind there, and apparently they're more rare, and that's what that other one is, and I didn't even know it.
Did you already sell it?
No. It's for sale, but I haven't sold it yet. Yeah, that would be good. Put some kind of ball bearing so it just rolls out. That'd be good. And then down here, let me just pull them out because the wall is crooked. Not like the stuff I put up. I measured everything correctly, but the trim at the top when they connected the sheetrock, it's all wumpy job. All right, let's let's get this old guy out of here. First big book I ever purchased. Been in my collection since pretty much the first month. Paid $90 for this thing raw. Sold it because I was really, really low on money. And the guy ended up trying to scam Nick and I down the road on some stuff. And I hadn't shipped this because he wanted me to send it to CGC. So we ended up keeping the book. I refunded him his money because he tried to scam us on some other stuff. And he was like, well, just keep the book, blah, blah, blah. So I kept the book. And by the time I got back from being graded, this is what it was. And I was just like, man, but it's all right because I know where it's going. It's going to be in a good, dark, lonely home.
I
am way, way jacked for what's coming in the mail Tuesday that this paid for.
I think I'm going to show that off on Only Slabs and be like, this is the first book that's shown up twice with 2 different people.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's good.
Yeah. You've already seen this exact book once before. Now you're seeing it again.
Right? The same exact one.
Mm-hmm.
The Marvel Spotlight is awesome. My favorite Marvel character of all time, and lucky enough to have it signed by the great Stan Lee himself. That's awesome, man. Never forget. Never forget that day. Mine's a low grade copy, but still cherished. Hey, same here. And mine was an AOK from Man Cave Comics, and I never expected to actually own that book. So I'm extremely happy to own that book for sure.
Well, hey, man, you know what they say: low grade is better than no grade.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so I'm going to. Ooh, here we go. So we've got multiple stacks of books here, and we've got to decide. So are we going to put? So we decided. I guess we're going to put all the big books up on the top here.
That's what I vote for.
Like Silver, Bronze Age, and like this kind of stuff is going to go on the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my vote.
Okay. So here's the thing. We'll start on the top. I have to have when I look at these walls, I have to have it's 14 books. So you got there's no like exact middle book. So we've got to have 2 perfect centerpiece books for that top. So I'm going to pick 4 books and we'll vote on what should be the 2 centerpiece books for that row. First off, let's just verify 14 books that should go on that top shelf. All right. You guys haven't seen this one yet. I actually just recorded the video. So actually just recorded the video like 2 days ago. So y'all probably see it in a while. But let's confirm 14 books where they've gone on the top shelf. Fantastic Four issue number 9. I mean, to me, 1962, Third Silver Age Submariner. It's Fantastic Four number 9. To me, I think that's a top shelfer. What do you think, Jay?
I can agree with that.
Okay. Fantastic Four 57. We can make like a maybe pile.
Yeah, I think that should be a maybe.
Maybe pile. Okay. You guys in the chat, feel free to chime in on this. Cap 100, that's a definite. That's a top shelf book. FF 25. What do you guys think? Top shelf, maybe?
I don't want to say yet.
Okay. I'll put it in the maybe for now.
Okay.
This one's not even up for discussion. That's actually probably going to be one of the 4 centerpiece options. I think we can say this is a definite top shelf. Again, Not up for discussion. That's a top shelf. Not up for discussion. That's definitely a top shelf. That's actually a centerpiece candidate. Another centerpiece candidate for the top shelf. And I struggle with putting this one with those books because, you know, you've got books from 1964, 1963, 1962, and then you have this one from 2003. But it is Walking Dead #1, 9.8, and it's the Black Label. So what do you guys think? Should we kick this from the top shelf or leave it?
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't. It's not silver or bronze, but it's a Big Daddy baby right here.
it's still a very important modern book.
Yeah, to me, this is the second most important. The second best modern book ever printed, as far as #1s. Turtles first. This has got to be second. Second shelf, Billy Rod says, Billy Rod, what's going on, man? I got your last book in the press right now, so I should have your stuff packed up. I don't know if I'll get yours mailed out tomorrow or not, but we'll see. It'll be at least Tuesday. Because I got it at a con with you. All right, so I'm gonna take Walking Dead off of the top shelf, I guess. We'll put it in the maybe pile. Because remember, we got to come up with 14. They come up with 14, and I don't have a ton of slabs. Legion of Monsters 7.0, top shelf or maybe.
So for me, it's a maybe, but I understand that a lot of people really like that book. So don't listen to me.
Yeah. I actually, as soon as I got this book, it went straight to the shelf with the rest of this stuff. So I'll put it in the maybe. All right, this is definitely top shelf. There's that Neil Adams signature right there. Bamsies. So glad I picked this up when I did, dude, because I think he ended up dying, like 2 months after we went to the con where I got this?
Yeah, so we got that. You got that in like what, March?
Yeah, earlier this year. I got it the same day Nick bought all those damn ASM books that he bought when he went nuts.
He still hasn't gotten those graded yet, has he?
They're at CGC, but he didn't get them fast tracked, and the guy he had pressing them was taking forever. So who knows? Third appearance of Iron Man, 1963. Jack Kirby, greatness. You have the what do they call that when they give you when they do a test run character to see if it's going to work? Because this is a Doctor Strange here. Prototype, basically. Like a prototype Doctor Strange, people call it, I guess. Put that top shelf. I'm keeping my Submariner on top shelf because Submariner. Namor is a bad dude. Love some Namor, baby. And then we got the Steranko, bad boy. King size Hulk right there. I'm gonna end up upgrading this at some point and getting a higher grade, but for now that's good enough. All right, so for the top shelf guarantees, we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 10, so we got to put 4 more in there. So let's see. The extremely scarce, hard to find, very expensive Captain America Living Legend issue #2 variant, which is like a Tales from the Crypt homage. Put the I like that. What do you guys think about this one? I had this with all the other stuff because Captain America, but
Yeah, I think if you're going to put it up, it should be, close to your other Cap books.
okay. All right. So that's in there. Let me look in here and just see if I have anything else that might could be top shelf worthy.
Real quick, Greg, are you still planning on going to Baltimore Comic Con? I plan on buying plenty of Natty Bow, so.
Greg, if you want to jump on and hang out, dude, Justin can send you the link.
Yeah, I can do that, I think. Yeah, I do have the link because you emailed it to me.
I was gonna say, how'd you end up on here? What do we think about Killing Joke first print 9.8?
I feel like it's a maybe for me, but
Okay.
I mean, I'm a Marvel guy, right? And I'm
Yeah.
so
Well, I had it up there for a long time, but it's just the slabs because I've got this this stuff spaced apart just specifically wide enough so that I can fit the slabs in and out. I used to put raw books up on the wall in like top loaders, but started having issues with them sagging and the top loaders falling off the walls and stuff. So yeah, send him the link. So I don't put raw books on the wall anymore. All right, the only other two that I have that could possibly be candidates for top wall, I would say, is this guy, which I think there's better books in the maybe pile,
I'd agree with that.
and this guy, which most
Cool.
people don't really care for. I just think this is probably one of the most top-notch Swamp Thing covers ever.
Who did the cover?
Yeah, it wasn't Ryson. It was Stephen Bessett and John Toadlibin.
Yeah, that cover is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've always thought this was the most cool Swamp Thing cover. I like issue number 9. That's probably number 2 in my book, but this to me is my number 1 favorite. And I really wanted this to hit a 9.8. I bought it raw, but it's hard to tell. I think I had found something wrong with it, but I can't remember now. This book sat at CGC for actually with a good cleaning. This might could hit a 9.8. This thing sat at CGC for over a year though. All right, so here we go. We got to pick 1, 2. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got to pick 3 books out of the maybe pile that are going to go on the top. Here's your choices. Swamp Thing. So I'm gonna show all these, and then we're gonna pick one, and then I'll show what's left. We'll pick another one. Then we'll show what's left and pick another one. So we got Swamp Thing. We got the Gambit Annual. We got the Killing Joke. We got one of the only. This is the only one I could find. Nick Cardy cover for Marvel. I could not find where he did another cover for Marvel. But Legion of Monsters. We got The Walking Dead 1, which is probably almost the most expensive book in my collection, which is crazy to think. The FF25 and the FF57.
I like the 25 more than the 57.
Okay. All right. So let's see. Joe said, all right. All right, so Joe picked these two. So let's for the first one we're gonna put up there. Which one? We're gonna vote on this one.
Oh, I know what my vote is.
Swamp Thing, Legion of Monsters. What's your vote?
My vote is actually the Swamp Thing.
Okay. Anybody in the chat want to make a vote? Did you send Greg that link?
I did.
Okay, cool. All right. Billy Rod, Legion of Monsters vote. That's probably what I would have voted for too. However, I kind of wouldn't mind having some more DC up here.
I thought I found the link.
And
He's just
at the
laughing
same
at
time, we got like 5 DC books, like really good DC books that have been at CGC since last October. Let's see. Joe said Swamp Thing. Justin said Swamp Thing. Some dude said Swamp Thing. Let's see. Let's see what this joker says. I know he's not much on DC, so who knows what he'll think.
DC, never heard of her.
So I think right now we're looking at Swamp Thing as a must for the wall.
Ooh,
the
okay.
top shelf. So,
Okay.
all right. So now we have two more we have to pick. We got to pick two more, and that'll finish up the top shelf. So we
Wait,
got
is Swamp Thing top shelf?
yeah,
Oh,
Oh, there.
impressive.
we got the FF25. I got to crack this open. So if it doesn't make it, I'm not mad because this has got to get cracked open and get graded to like a 4.0 or something. We got that awesome Kirby and Doom. That new Doom label is cool as crap.
That's legit.
We got the Legion of Monsters. Walking Dead. Killing Joke.
Ooh, I assume that's a first print.
Yeah. And we got the X-Men Annual. So we're looking for book number 2. What are you guys thinking?
Let me. I kind of came in a little late. How many Marvel do you have top shelf?
All of them except one. No, except 2.
Well, that's. I guess my question is: do you want to have all your Marvel top shelf so it's consistent, or do you want to say like
I have
I'm
no.
not?
I have
You don't
no.
care about that.
No, I don't care about that. I actually would love to have more DC, but all my DC slabs haven't gotten back yet. They're still being graded. Like I sent all my DC stuff I wanted graded in last October or something like that. So I'm still waiting on those to get back, and then I'll definitely end up swapping some stuff out to get those in there.
I know I made the joke earlier on stream of like put Walking Dead up there because like I was there when you bought that book.
Yeah,
But I will say I think I have a sentiment towards Walking Dead just because I feel like Walking Dead got a lot of people back into comics. So I feel like that's a top shelf tier book
that's
because
my thoughts.
I read comics all the time as a kid, and Walking Dead was one of those where I'm like, I saw the show, I was like, ooh, let me check out these graphic novels. I have the hardback of most of all the graphic novels because of that, and I
Yeah.
got back into comics. So like, there's whether the show was great on season 8, I don't know. I stopped watching, but the comic has a place in my heart.
Yeah, for me too. I mean, the only reason why I bought this is because I started reading the books and I thought it was just fantastic read. I want to get all the hardcovers with the slip cases.
See, I don't have the slip cases, but I have 1 through 9 on the hardcovers and 14. I need to get 10, 11, 12, 13. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the ones with the slip covers, I think there's only like 6 volumes or something like that.
okay.
They're like, I think that must be like omnibus type style thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree. So we're definitely throwing Walking Dead up there. So now we only have one book we can put up. Now we only have, okay, some dude agrees on Walking Dead. Yeah, so we're definitely putting Walking Dead up. So last book, this will be book 14 for the top shelf. I'll show them one more time. We got Killing Joke.
Okay. Can you drop a straw poll in the chat to let people vote?
I don't know if I can or not.
Let me see if I can create a straw poll for you.
Are you a moderator?
Let the fans vote.
No, I'm saying, are you a moderator? You should be. No, I'm saying, are you a moderator? You should be.
Well, yeah. I got a link. I can do it. Yep. Well, yeah. I got a link. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. I had to look at YouTube, and I'm on the side stream, and so.
I appreciate you doing all the hard work for me. Thank you.
That's what I do. Justin, I'm used to this. So. Top shelf. All right. Because I'm typing, so I can't tell. So here, we're going to do multiple choice. What's the first multiple choice? Killing Joke.
Yeah, Killing Joke.
What's the second?
X-Men Annual 14.
Okay. What's the next? And y'all don't like, oh, you didn't put a hyphen in between X and man. Like, stop it. Like, I'm just getting this up quick.
Legion of Monsters.
Okay.
FF57.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense.
and FF25. First solo Hulk and Thing battle. This is actually, a lot of people don't know it. This is actually the second Silver Age appearance of Captain America. Pretty cool. Matt, what's going on? All right, so yeah, you guys vote in the chat. This is the last book that's going to be on the top shelf with the big boys. So you guys vote, and let's see which one you guys.
Let's see if I can figure this out. Dang it! How do I do it in your? You're using a freaking back stream that I don't know. All right, I can just do it. There we go. I can do it here. I can do it in YouTube. Did it work?
I don't know. We're dusting.
Then it really worked, gang. Not only did I drop the poll, but I also kicked off Dustin at the same time.
Oh, there's the straw poll. Cool. All right, give me 1 second. I got to grab something, and hopefully you guys will all vote.
What?
All right, let's see if we're getting people in here. This is I'm learning how to do this on the fly. I've never done a straw poll. I was like, I've seen people do it. So
should I vote or does it really matter?
yeah, vote. Get your vote in. I'm gonna vote. I'm voting on my own poll. So
yeah, I don't know. How about I don't vote and then I just complain about
no vote.
Fine, I'll go vote.
Yes.
What are we voting for again?
The top shelf. So we got Killing Choke, FF25, Legion of Monsters, X-Men Annual 14, or FF57.
So I have to pick one.
Yes. That's how a straw poll vote works.
Okay, I voted.
All right. And we also kicked off Dustin again.
All right, so it's a win-win-win for everyone.
This is what we call a win-win-win-win. So, well, Dustin's gone. I have to back out of going to Baltimore this year, Justin. So I won't be there.
Well, that's okay because I will have plenty of Natty Bow for you next time.
That's what I hope. So, yeah, but I took off basically like 3.5 weeks of work with everything I was dealing with family stuff in August. So I kind of was like, I can't. Like they gave me like a bunch of days off, and I'm like, I don't know if I can like take off like a full week to go to Comic-Con.
That makes sense.
I'm trying to be responsible, but there's a part of me that's like, I really want, because like you're like the fourth person who's like, hey, are you going to Baltimore? So I'm like, dang it, no. I
think both Steven and Micah were also asking as well.
Steven and Michael probably were only asking because they're like, are we gonna have to share the room with someone else?
Actually, they're not staying with me.
Oh, that's right, because you're
yeah. This year I was like, I'm just gonna get a room and have some Justin time.
Yes.
This is really just me sitting in my boxers, eating cheesecake, drinking Natty Bow.
Which I already miss this. Like I'm like, like I know like you're gonna be there Thursday night. You're going to go out, have some food, drink, and then you're going to go to a cheesecake factory and you're going to get a cheesecake and you're going to eat it all weekend. And I'm like, oh, I miss that. Well, you drink Natty Bow.
I tell you, like my biggest expense this year will probably be 12 packs of Natty Bow.
So if there's any possibility of me going to Baltimore, it would be that I take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I don't take off Sunday from work because that's kind of my big hang up. I kind of like I can't do where I drive back Sunday. So
would you like leave like
Saturday
at like 5 o'clock ish or earlier than that?
It'd probably be a little earlier on Saturday, but that if there's any chance that we make it happen, it would be we're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning. We take off Saturday in the afternoon. I don't see it happening. And as I'm telling you this right now, my wife just walked down with her tea and she's looking at me like, you're crazy. Like, that's not happening. So
Well, here I am about to tell you that like as of like a week or two ago, the con rates were still active on hotel rooms.
were they?
Yeah, they were. I'm a bad influence.
You're not, because now I got a kind of a glance of like a so who knows? But yeah, I can't take off any more Sundays from work right now. That's kind of my situation. So we literally I came on and Justin, we've kicked off Dustin.
And the show's already better.
Numbers have not dropped. But I feel like I can't reveal the straw poll. I guess it doesn't really matter because anyone who votes can click on it and see what the results are, so people know exactly what it is right now.
That's true too.
So right now it doesn't matter. So I can just say, because you can literally just click on it. It's FF25's winning by 6 votes for FF25. Killing Joke has 4 votes. Legion of Monsters have 2 votes, and the other 2 books, people have said no, we don't care. So
You know what? I'm just gonna.
And I saw Billy Rod posted in the chat and like gonna be there at Baltimore for Jim Lee. That's partially where like there are a couple, because Justin, as you know, I have my Batman wedding book that I'm trying to still get, and like Jim Lee, if I could get Jim Lee and Frank Miller on that, and so anyone that doesn't know, I'm getting signatures of all people that worked on Batman 50. So I've got Greg Capullo there, Amy Reed, Tom King, David Finch, Neil Adams, Mitch Gerard, and then Becky Cloonan, I think, is up there. So to get some of those names on there would be really cool. Oh, hey, Dustin.
Okay. Sorry about that. I hope you guys are talking about something interesting at least.
No.
So, Dustin, when do you want to pull the kibosh on the poll? Because
Yeah, go ahead. I've been gone for like 30 minutes, I guess.
it doesn't matter. So if we end it right now, FF25 has 6 votes and Killing Joke has 4. So as of right now, FF25 wins.
All right. Well, that's where we're going to go.
So
that's our top shelf there. All right. Now we have to pick 2 centerpiece books for that shelf.
Ooh.
Now I'm going to have a lot of say in that, though. All right, so here I'm going to give 4 candidates, and you guys let me know what you think.
I love that Dan in the chat's like, I literally stopped telling my wife how much money I spent on comics a year ago or so. Yeah, that doesn't happen. We have a shared account. She knows exactly how much I spend, which is also beneficial because she also knows how much she can sell my books for when I die before her.
There you go.
Are you dying before her because she's killing you because of the amount you're spending on comics?
No, I just know I'm a fat guy who drinks, so I'm probably gonna pass out way before she does.
I'm a fat guy who eats a lot of cheesecake.
Exactly. You have a steady diet of cheesecake and sheets.
Nature will find a way.
And then she just looked at me. She goes, "Well, no, you're just old."
Where's it at?
So yeah, my wife is sitting on the couch in front of me watching football as I'm streaming with y'all, and she's just mocking us.
All right, so these have forever been the centerpieces, and so which 2 should we put dead center on the top? You got Fantastic Four 1, 8.0 record reprint, Marvel Spotlight 5, Avengers 4, and Walking Dead 1. So What's the
Well,
I
as much as I fought for Walking Dead to make the top shelf, the fact that it was in your maybe tells me that it shouldn't be center.
Well, I only put it in the maybe because everybody bullied me into it. That's why I put it here because
I think for you, you got to have Cap as a
Yeah.
center.
Yep.
and it'd be easier for me to eliminate one of those four than to pick two.
Okay.
So what are you eliminating?
I'm eliminating Fantastic Four.
I'm okay with that because I almost lean more towards Ghost Rider for Dustin with his bike. I'm kind of
I
leaning.
sold the bike last year.
Yeah, but it doesn't change how much you love though about
Yeah.
your love of comics and motorcycles.
But I
There,
think-
my
You know
two
what?
picks
It
would be.
doesn't matter because the book coming in Tuesday is taking the other spot. So
There you go.
Well, and so why are we arguing about it? Let's
exactly.
get the Cap book up, and you can put one of those up as a filler.
Yep, that's what we'll do. All right. So
So wait, does that mean one of them's getting removed from the top shelf then?
no, yeah, actually it does. And I think we're gonna go with this going off the top shelf,
Okay.
and it's gonna go down to the bottom shelf. But the one coming in on Tuesday is definitely going dead center. All right, so here we go. Let's do this. Now we have to figure out the order of placement. And I'm thinking these cannot go in the corner. Those were all not going on the shelf.
I also love some dude who commented, and it sounds bad. I'm like, oh, some dude, but that's his username. I'm saying I chose correctly and not getting married ever. I'll tell you what, my comic collecting has skyrocketed since I got married because I have more of an income.
I will add. If you don't want to have your comic book spending and collecting increase, stay off of YouTube.
Yes, that's true.
All right.
You got a Justin. You got a subtle preach hand raise right there from the missus beard.
Man, before hanging out on YouTube, I just had books in crappy bags just stacked up. Like now I take care of my stuff, which costs money, so don't do it.
No. And then everyone's talking about like, oh, did you know about this book? No, I didn't. Now I need to go buy it. And no, I can't afford any more stuff right now. But thanks.
First world problems.
It is. I like that I'm also not, Dan's also agreeing, like, yes, I agree with what you just said, Bearded. It's been easier.
Right.
It's also easier if you get married before you get back into the hobby. You just trick your spouse into it, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna collect like a short box, and then you have 18 long boxes later.
So
That's what I told my wife. I was like, me and Nick built this box. I'll never fill it up. Jesus Christ.
So I did the opposite, where I had a pretty nice collection, and then I started dating my, future wife, and I was like, "Hey, will you be my girlfriend?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, cool. By the way, I collect comics. You can't take it back now."
So we're gonna put this guy on the end down here.
You realize we can't see it, right, Dustin? Well, we can't see where you're placing it. It's out of the picture. I'm just telling you, thank you. That's all I'm doing is trying to help your show, Dustin.
Wait, what number was that?
That's FF25.
Oh, okay.
All right, so, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. What should we put over there next?
This game just does not look like fun.
What game? Are you talking football, or are you talking hockey, or are you talking Dustin trying to figure out what he's putting on his wall?
Uh, I've got the football game on.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't know because hockey season's starting soon, Justin, and I know you're one of the few hockey fans I got.
Yeah. So did you know that the Penguins and the Blue Jackets actually did a split squad preseason game today? So one squad was in Pittsburgh for a home game, and one squad was in Columbus for a home game. So I thought
Yeah,
that,
we lost the first one,
yeah,
but we crushed the second one when we had our boys in.
yeah. So basically, the night game you played our AHL affiliate with your starting roster.
Yes. And vice versa for the earlier game.
So it's almost like they're like, hey, if you make a lot of money, we're not going to make you get on a bus and drive across Ohio or Pennsylvania to get there.
Yes. And now we've just determined that we got to get together for a Pittsburgh Columbus game here at some point this season.
Yeah, that would. I will look up the schedule now.
And we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Oh, sorry, Dustin. Let's talk comics. What are you putting up now? Is Nick still camping?
I think he's home now. I think. Pretty sure he's home now.
Okay.
Not that he was actually camping before.
Sorry, is Nick still glamping?
Yeah, there you go.
Which I respect because my camping days are done. I can't lay on a mattress like on a sleeping bag on the rocks. I gotta have an air mattress or my back's shot. So I can't make fun of Nick on that one.
Well, if an air mattress is camping, then I'm camping every time I go to a Comic-Con with Justin and Nick.
Same, me too. Justin's like, hey, you want to stay in my hotel room? Cool. I got a bed, you get an air mattress.
And that I'm fine with. But when Nick's going and the YouTube account is paying for the hotel room, I'm like,
Hey.
at some point you should probably be on the floor, bro.
You know, I've offered to sleep on the air mattress every time the YouTube account has offered to pay for it, and I'm told no every time.
Well, that's because you're a guest.
Well, that's on you then, Dustin. If he offers and you say no, you can't complain about it.
Yeah, but he's old. Nick's the youngest one. His ass should be on the floor regardless.
Yes, he should.
You know, I don't disagree with any of this.
You know what? I think we got to put Batman next to Cap.
I think you should. Let's be honest. When Justin and I con, we are the oldest men at the con who aren't old men. We're just like, dude, it's 7:00. People are going out drinking and partying. Do you just want to get some food and just go back to the hotel room? Like, yes.
He pisses me off with that every time.
I'm
Like,
I'm in agreement with
take a nap.
Dustin. You're losing this
and we're
one
gonna raise
because
hell.
Justin and I are on the same page on this one.
So every time I go to a con with Dustin at like 3:00 on Saturday, I'm like, I'm gonna go back to the room and take a nap. And every time, like I've never seen him get more mad than when I say that.
Because when I get to Comic-Con, dude, I am ready to FSU, man.
Hold on.
All right, so
Why
we're gonna
is-
put Swamp Thing on the very end here since he's coming off in like 2 days.
Sorry, I had to mute because I had to talk to the missus, and she literally just was like, "Well, Dustin just wants to get drunk and eat cookies."
No, Justin is the one that wanted the cookies. I didn't even buy cookies. I want to
Because we made you walk. You were so
content.
mad at us for making you walk to go get cookies.
Yeah. I don't. I'm not a drinker, but that weekend, I mean, I was ready to go.
If you could see the face that my wife just made when you said, "I'm not a drinker."
I really am not. And you can ask my wife, but that weekend I was ready to go. I was ready. The thing is like I can't do like 1 beer or 2 beers because it gives me a headache. So if I drink a beer, it's go time. We go until there's no turning back. or we don't start.
You were shotgunning Bud Lights in the hotel bathtub.
Justin, it was my first time ever going to a Comic-Con that wasn't Huntsville. It was my first time like being like without my wife and kid in like 7 years out by my it was bro time. Shit. I was, dude. I was ready to go, man.
I'm
Hot
cracking
Bud
up.
Light, just yow, yow, yow.
I'm
But-
cracking up because that con, me and the missus we just done bourbon tastings at like Woodford and Bullet and stuff, and we got back and we had like this just whole assortment of bourbons in our room, and Dustin's like FaceTiming me like, hey, we got some warm natty light if you want to come down. I'm like, I've got bourbon here. Like, why would I do that?
Hey, Natty Light is cheap and it's only good when it's warm.
Ugh.
Look, I don't see the point in spending a lot of money on something I'm going to throw up later anyway. There's definitely some sense in that. All right, so here we go. Here's the top shelf. We got
I dig it.
FF25. We got that very, very scarce Captain America, that Tales Suspense 41, third Iron Man, FF number 9, Batman 233, or I'm sorry, freaking 227. I'm thinking Superman Neil Adams cover. Cap 100, Avengers 4, Marvel Spotlight 5, Ghost Rider 1, Walking Dead 1, FF 1, Hulk Annual 1, Submariner 1, and that Swamp Thing that's definitely going to be going away on Tuesday. I wish I would have got this done before Nick and I recorded the room tour last weekend.
So are you getting rid of the Swamp Thing, and then is the book you're getting without telling us, is it going center?
Like, I may just like rip 4 books off and just have that by itself.
No, you won't. So
No, it's definitely what I'm probably going to do. The Swamp Thing will come off, and I think I'm probably going to end up shifting this down 1, and it's going to go right here. What I actually might do is I'm probably going to bring the Fantastic Four. It's probably going to be Fantastic Four, and the book I'm getting is going to go right here.
Oh, because it ties in with Fantastic Four. So now we can speculate on what the book is.
Yeah. If you've been paying attention to what me and Nick have been talking about while reading Fantastic Four, and if you watched any of our show last night, I talked about a lot of Fantastic Four. It has very quickly become my favorite series. Very
I'll
quickly.
just tell everybody what it is now.
Nope, I can't do it. You know how I am. I'm secretive. And if I tell them now, then in 4 weeks when the video comes out, they're not going to care. They're like, oh, we already knew. We already knew. We already knew. We already knew that. All right, so now's where it gets tricky. Because we've got the Mortal Kombat stuff, the Power Ranger stuff. Like, I call it my nostalgia shelf. Are we going to put the nostalgia shelf middle or bottom? Because the other shelf is just going to be an absolute hodgepodge. Is that what it's called?
Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge. It's going to be all kind of weird stuff on that one.
Typically, I would be like nostalgia should be middle, but
That's
I
right.
also know you're nostalgia. Hey, collect your way.
All right, so let me count up how many of those books we got. Because that wall may end up, that row may end up just being exactly what it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much yeah, it's pretty much gonna be what it was. So we're gonna go. Oh, I got one new one I gotta add. Now I know what's missing on my top shelf. I just sent my Iron Fist 14 8.5 out for a reholder.
Mm.
So that means the Captain America Living Legend's probably going to come off when that comes back in like a month.
Just don't listen to Chris Barrett, who's trying to regulate Batman farther away. So
Hell no, dude. So I haven't shown this yet, but I finally got it. The book that made me even have any remote interest in collecting comic books when I found out that this character was only available in comic books. And I was like, comic books, really? It's like, well, I guess I won't ever know what that character is about. Wrongo. Finally got one. I've been looking for a 9.8 in that for like 3 years. I've probably bought 10 or 11 raw copies, and every one of them had something wrong with it.
Is Baltimore just? I'm not Baltimore. Is Denver just incapable of scoring touchdowns?
yes, I think what we're seeing is that
the Tim
Russell
Tebow curse.
Wilson really thrived on having a defense.
I think it's the Tim Tebow curse. When you get rid of Tim Tebow, you don't win anymore.
Yeah, but they won a Super Bowl after they got rid of Tim Tebow.
Hey, but they wouldn't have gotten there without him.
Also, Dustin, have we addressed like what are all the holes on the second level of your shelves?
Yeah, I did before. I even took everything down. So this is where that TV used to be when I would do the
Okay.
TV beside me. And I fished my wires down here, and I had a wall plate behind here. And then this is where the mounts for the TV was. And when I decided to put this wall up, I was like, I'll patch it later.
I didn't know if like there was a story behind it or if you're just like, shoot, Nick thinks Dragon Ball Z Cloud should be a vehicle in our video, and I didn't, and I missed that one or something. Like I just want to.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna put the Pokemons further down the wall here. All right. Now we get into these guys.
Oops.
Man, this right here is cool as crap.
That's sweet.
There's not very many of those at all.
Justin, did you find a hockey game for us yet?
Yeah, so here's the problem. There is only one Saturday night game
What?
between Pittsburgh and Columbus. Every other game, it's like on a Tuesday or a Thursday.
I mean, is that a problem for you?
It could. I'd have to relook at the schedule. I can tell you right now, if it is during tax season, it's going to be a hard sell to Liz to say, "Hey, can I go to Columbus tonight?"
How hard of a sell would it be if I said I'm going to Pittsburgh though tonight?
It wouldn't be as bad.
Okay.
It wouldn't
I'm
be.
just saying weeknights aren't necessarily bad for me to go to Pittsburgh. If it's a Saturday night game, you'd need to come to Columbus. Yes.
Yeah. So the only Saturday night game is in Pittsburgh, and it's in October. And with me going to New York Comic Con and
That's tough.
Baltimore Comic Con, like I don't think I can really like duck out for any more Saturdays.
I respect that.
So we're looking at. They only play them like 3 times, and I don't understand because like they're the closest city. Let's see here. So we're looking at Tuesday, December 6th, which is in Pittsburgh.
Okay. Yeah, October 22nd, the Saturday game. Apparently, my anniversary is the next day, so that's a no.
Tuesday, March 7th in
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's weird that it's very few games just because the proximity of the teams.
And the final one is Thursday, April 13th in Columbus.
Not tax season then.
No, it is. That is still tax season.
Well, sorry, we file our taxes early, so tax season ends like in February for me. So
I wish more people were like you. So,
Barrett's saying, what about Wednesday, November 16th?
what's Wednesday, November 16th?
I don't know. Apparently he's looking at the schedule. I'm not.
Well, let's see. Let me check. The Penguins don't have a game that day.
Oh, so I don't know what that is, but I mean, we can still do something, Barrett, on the 16th. I'm open.
Yeah, let's see here. It's an off day because the day before the Penguins have a home game against the Maple Leafs. The day after, the 17th, they're in Minnesota.
Oh, Barrett's talking about AEW, which I respect as well. So,
oh, that's cool.
Hats off to you, my friend. I have not gotten to go doing it AEW yet. We did. Me and the missus went with a friend in September to go see WWE. I think it was Raw. Yeah, it was Raw because we did Monday night. So in Columbus, but haven't made it out to an AEW yet. So. But Justin, yeah, if you come to Columbus, you got to stop off because you drive 70. There's that store I was telling. That Batman figure I got was at that secondhand store in Newark, right off 70.
Let me think. When's the next time I'm going? I think I am going to try to do GalaxyCon one day.
Oh yeah, come up because it's early December.
Yeah, and Sam Johns, I believe. I think that's their name. I think they're writing this current arc of House of Slaughter, so I'd like to introduce myself to them.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Yeah, that's like December 2nd, 3rd, 4th weekend or whatever. So I've got some stuff that Friday night and that Saturday night, but so I'm going to be doing the con Friday in the morning, Saturday in the morning, and then hopefully most Sunday.
Yeah, have they done GalaxyCon in Columbus?
No, so this is a GalaxyCon that used to be in Louisville. They had issues with Louisville with their kind of how they were doing stuff, and they kind of, I think from what I heard, GalaxyCon felt they got screwed over by them, and so they're just like, fine, we'll move. And I'm super excited because Columbus is a really good area for a con.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of local creators, but you also got just the city and the travel for creators to come into it. I mean, the airport's 10 minutes from the convention center, and there's hotels and stuff, like just so many places for people to be there. It really facilitates well for a good con that they could make it a big con someday. So I'm excited. I hope that it goes well because the lower level cons don't do too well in Columbus, but if it's like has something with a backing, it might benefit us.
So, do you think it's possible to do like I could get away with doing it in like just one day?
I think so. If I'm trying to think, our experience with GalaxyCon, because we went to the Louisville one of the last ones. It was like 2019. They had a lot of good creators. I think we went Friday and Saturday and left mid Saturday, kind of how we did with Lexington last time.
Uh-huh.
They don't have the comic book vendors that like a Baltimore. It's probably closer to Terrificon for what we went to in Connecticut.
Okay.
They have a lot of good comic creators, and then they probably have more pop culture celebrities than Terrificon did. Or let me say this, higher end. So like they've got William Shatner and but I know like Rodney Barnes is going to be there at GalaxyCon, and Howard Chaykin. Like they've got some bigger names for the comic creator aspect of it at the con. So
Well, as of right now, Clayton Crane is being advertised to be there.
I saw that and I was like, ooh, that's a cool move. It'll be interesting to see. So I definitely don't have any acetate covers for people to get though.
How much is a Saturday pass? $50. Jeebus.
Is it $50? Ugh.
All right, so we just got the bottom row now. So now we gotta figure out what books are gonna actually go. These were gonna be books. We got to decide if they're going on the wall or not.
Oh, sorry. I forgot we're on Dustin's channel. Justin and I were just talking about. He's been.
Oh, you're good. I was still I was looking at that Marvel Spotlight 5, trying to decide if I'm going to crack it open or not. I think I'm going to.
So, Justin, I'll let you know, but I'm trying to get. I'm trying to see if I can get 2 press passes for GalaxyCon.
Okay.
For myself and then my wife, and if it's like if you come one of the days, she will only go one day with me. So like if it's like a Saturday, you could take that pass. So I'm trying to if I can get that, I should be able to. So with some of the connections, hopefully. I'm hoping. I've never reached out too much for press passes, but it's in my backyard and I've got enough people that are going that I know that I'm like, how do I do this?
I will gladly accept a borrowed press pass to get
Exactly.
All right, so we just need yeses or maybes from you guys and you guys in the chat.
What is it?
This is Walking Dead 15th anniversary edition of issue 100 with Negan splattering Glenn's brains all over the ground.
Maybe.
Awesome.
It's a maybe. I got to see what you got.
Okay. We have Thing number 1, the last living 9.2 book in the collection.
Hey, I know that one.
The one Justin got me for my birthday. We have The Hobbit number 1, 9.6,
Ooh.
which is a total BS grade. I should definitely crack this. We got Hobbit 1, we got Hobbit 2, and we got Hobbit 3. I think this whole set should be on there for sure. There's not a lot of fire left in what I got here, so we got a Canto number 1 that I cracked and bumped to a 9.6. I was so psyched about that.
I'd say Kanto's on the wall.
Canto is a definite. All right, so that was the first
I think
one.
Kanto's a definite for me. I
thought so too.
Even if you don't love it, what it is as an indie book, I think it represents.
Yeah, I love the story. Nick and I both. We were the first ones on the Canto hype train. Brought those guys on our show and told them how much we loved them. And did you had them on too, didn't you?
I had David Boer on. Yeah. I brought him on when he was doing Killer Queens series.
Okay.
Yep. It's a good one. It's a nostalgia book, but it's a good one.
The only reason why I'm holding off on the Power Ranger stuff is because I already have a bunch of them on this other wall.
Yeah.
The other row. But this one here is like it's still Power Rangers, but it's Godzilla.
Ooh.
That cover is just kick ass. Then we got the Shredder. I only slabbed this because this was the reason that I actually wanted to buy the first print. This was actually the copy I bought to read.
Do you have any Slab Super Pros? If not, I can send you some.
I don't.
Okay. Speaking of slabs, Justin, did you get your slabs back from Terrificon yet?
Yeah, I did. I don't think I've shown them off. Give me 1 second.
I know what they are, so if you don't want to reveal them, I get it. But ooh, I like the Spider-Punk 9.8. I like it.
Yo, I thought that one was cool. A lot of people don't even know what this book is. This is the combo.
That's the first African American Superman, right?
Yeah, this is the first Calvin
Sure.
Ellis, but it's the combo pack edition. It was only 1% of the entire print run. Was basically essentially it was a Walmart pack.
Okay.
Very,
And it's a
very
Walmart pack that was a 9.8.
well. This one ended up being a 9.6.
Oh,
These came out in 2012 though, so it was like a little bit different, but we got the Triple H, another one of those. I think this has to go on the wall.
I agree because that label alone is sick.
Yeah, I think this almost made top tier, so I think it definitely has.
If
to
it
go.
almost made top tier, it needs to make bottom shelf.
I think this is definitely worth being on that row.
Oh, that was also another top shelf consideration.
Yeah. So that's everything I have left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books total out of 14. So now that we've seen everything, what does everybody think about putting the Hobbits?
Oh,
I think these are kick ass. So
I think you're gonna get more appreciation for other books that you put up.
okay.
Let me say this: maybe not all three.
The other books are mostly Power Rangers. So
Well, okay, then let me take back what I just said. Then,
yeah. So we've got the Power Rangers books, we got the Hobbit books, we have these two, and that's it. The
wait,
Triple H and the Walker
where's your slabbed issue of The Office? Why is it not on the wall?
I don't have it slabbed.
Okay, well, first off, why do you not have it slabbed? And second off, why is it not on the wall?
I was hoping to get a chance to one day, possibly, maybe get to meet John Krasinski, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
No.
Like I see people get all different cast members signing those books, and
Why would you get? There's
I'm
two
like,
people
Jeff
that
Fisher.
should sign that book. There's two,
Yeah,
Jim or Pam.
yeah, that's it.
And
That's
if because you can get away with Pam because Pam in the show drew the comic, so I'm okay with that. And Jim's on the cover. If you get anyone else, why?
And the guy that actually created those books, which I met last year at Huntsville, but I didn't get them signed because I didn't have a witness with me. But he actually created the props that were on the show.
Oh, did he have like custom Funkos?
Yeah, that's where I got you that Funko.
That then like I have now a custom Funko signed by him. Like y'all suck if you don't have that because I do.
Yeah,
and Dustin does. So because we cool.
Thing needs to go up. All right, so we got the Thing on there.
I agree with Jay, and I think Barrett said Hobbit. Yes, I think Hobbit won at least Hobbit won.
Okay.
I don't know about all three. I'd like.
The only reason why I like this one is because it's got the Precious.
Well, I mean, is that two?
Yeah,
I mean, if you're gonna do 1 and 2, you might as well throw 3 up.
that was my thoughts. So we'll put 1 for sure. Let's run back through these.
Barrett, no, we're not. I'm not disagreeing with you that Jim and Pam are not the best characters on The Office.
No,
but for that comic, because the comic it has Jim on the cover and it was Pam in the show that created it for Jim. Those are the only two that should sign it. Anyone else that signs it, I feel like it's like you're having like.
It's almost as bad as having Chris Helmsworth sign a Journey into Mystery 83.
I know I wouldn't even say that because at least he has a connection with the character. What I'm saying is that's like having a secondary character signs something from a movie that's like having Paul Dano, who was the Riddler in the Batman, sign a Batman book because he was connected to the Batman movie.
I don't know. To me, it's like a photo cover that has that actual person on it. Like for me,
I'm okay with that if it's a photo cover.
Yeah, but there's
so
no
I'm
way
saying the comic book from The Office, so it's a replica of. It should be, because I'm not gonna lie, Kevin is hands down my favorite Office character.
I don't know. I'm a Dwight guy all day,
and that's fine. Kevin's my dude, and the chili Kevin pop is fantastic.
All right, so All right, so like I said, we've got like 7 Power Rangers books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 Power Rangers books.
No.
We've got this
No.
guy. We've got this guy.
I'll put the X-Men book up.
All right. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 4 more.
Chris,
We
you
got-
are definitely a Stanley in my eye. You're not even a Stanley. You're a Florida Stanley. Mm.
We got that. I already have my Walking Dead 1 first print up there,
Chris,
so I'm not-
Chris,
I'm
you're
not-
either a Florida Stanley or a Pretzel Day Stanley. Either one. I think that one goes up. I agree with Barrett on that one. Power Rangers Godzilla goes up.
Now, mind you, 1 book is just a placeholder because Swamp Thing is going to take the spot on this wall when I get the new book in. So we need
Well.
4 more books. We have the Shredder holding the Green Ranger. We've got probably what is one of my favorite covers from the run, just because it's almost like a photorealism cover. And then we've got the Red Ranger 9.8.
I know Red Ranger's your dude, but I put the other one up because it has a TMNT.
Okay. We've got the Triple H, and we've got the first appearance of the Green Ranger on the TV show redone in comic books. This was a monster to find. I couldn't believe I found one and got it to a 9.8. And then we have the 2 Hobbit books. So
again, I think Shredder Power Ranger goes up for you because of your love. I also, if you're gonna do another Power Ranger book, I would do the Green Ranger TV one over any other Power Ranger books.
okay. So that
And
gives
then
us
you've got,
1,
and then you need 2 more. Do 2 and 3 of Hobbit.
13. That gives us 13. We only have 1 more book we can put up. Let's do another straw poll for the last one. Now, this book is only going to be temporary.
So this, wait, this one's only being temporary?
Yeah, because the Swamp Thing is going to come down and take its spot.
Oh, well, I mean,
Oh, hold on a second. My wife's calling me.
Now seems like a good time to show.
yes. I don't
All
want
right,
to put you on the
so-
spot, but I'd love to see what you got because I was there with you when you. Oh, the beast.
Yep. So
What were you hoping for something higher? Or did you expect a 9.6.5?
no, I was expecting like that 6570 range. I mean,
Okay.
I'm happy with this grade because I didn't get the book pressed.
Okay, and that's the one that's just solo signed, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
solo
the
sign-
other one was double signed.
Yep. So solo sign Jerry Conway
Okay,
from Terrificon. So
that's
I
cool.
love that. This is the one that like this next book is the book that I wanted to get signed more than anything else in the world. Just because. So it's Bucky O'Hare #1.
9.4.
9.4 double signed, so you can see Michael Golden right there at the top above the U,
And
and right there on the R and E, go that way, is Larry Hama.
I was gonna say, okay, that's the Larry Hama. That's fantastic. So, well, it's funny because like we did that con, and then I think like the next week I went to the Toy Con and I saw the Bucky O'Hare action figure I sent you. I was just like, oh man, this is so fitting.
Yeah, but so like now I've got this like obsession with getting books signed and graded at conventions.
I am 100% on that case. So I used to be a big like collector of like getting mystery boxes where they had like autograph sign and stuff, and I'm like, if I'm not there, it doesn't have the same effect for me of like a cool signature. So like I'm 100% on that, like getting stuff signed at a con. I just haven't gotten to where I'm getting stuff signed and getting it, authenticated and graded.
My list for Baltimore is like, I think that's all I'm going to do on Friday.
I don't doubt it, because I remember us talking in the car right up to Turfcon because we had a 12-hour car ride.
If depending on the guest list, I might be doing that again.
The more and more I think about it, I was like, I enjoyed it. If we can get a hotel room at the casino, I would be very easily swayed to say yes. And whether that's, I'm also leaning towards that. I feel like my wife would enjoy that convention. So maybe we book 2 rooms and do a carpool up to Terrificon.
There we go.
And I think we could make that work, because can I gamble? Yeah, you can gamble.
Oh yeah.
My wife just like, can I gamble? You can gamble, and then you can go. There literally was a strip of it where it was just like shopping and stores, and they had like 4 different ice cream vendors, so you're fine. I think that would be like the move, because I think I would enjoy it a lot more if we were staying there.
Yeah.
And this is first world problems, right? Like, we drove 15 minutes and we were at the con.
Right. Oh, and also, like, we never waited in traffic getting from the hotel that we stayed at to the convention.
No, and we had no issues with that. And like, I walked across the street. No, I took your car, but it was across the street to go get Dunkin' Donuts while you were lettering the one day. It's like it was a good setup. But there's just something about like where you're at the con and you can walk and drop stuff off in your hotel room, or get a, just take a 30-minute break.
Take a nap, which I like to do.
Well, because and this is how I know I can get my wife on board, because it was that bakery shop. What was it that you got your? What was it?
Like one night I got red velvet cake.
But my wife just said it was Carlos's.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's sitting literally in front of me. I said, "Oh, this bakery." And she's like, "Oh, Carlos." Like, she knew instantly. She's like, "Yes, I'm in." Yes, I sent you a picture, but you remembered. This was 2 months ago. The more and more I resonate with that con. Like, I enjoyed it. It was, I think what I liked about Terrificon the most was we went and we wanted to get food. We could go to literally any place to get food and not be like, oh, you don't have to drive anywhere to get food, and you don't have to wait, because there were so many food options.
Yeah, and it like you weren't eating convention center food the whole weekend, which is a huge plus, because it's convention center food is expensive and it's not good.
Right. And this one, we had what was that burger? Who was the chef?
Bobby Flay.
Bobby Flay's burger we had delicious food there. We went to the Irish pub the second night.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That Irish pub was really good. I had because I messed up my order and I had 2 different dishes of the mac and cheese with the corned beef. It was good. So yeah, like, that's where I'm like, when I look at a con, I look at like the experience, and that's what I liked about Baltimore. If you get a hotel, the one we had right connected with the con, you could walk right over. I walked over and got a lobster roll, and we walked over and got cheesecake and stuff like that. Like, those were like, yes, that's the thing. Like, when the cons were like where you have to like drive 20 minutes or 30 minutes to make it affordable to go, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy Baltimore so much is because I parked the car on Thursday and then I don't get back into it until
Right.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Which if we were staying at the casino,
That would be the same thing with Perfecon.
It would have been the same thing.
Yeah. And that's where I think of like, where I'm like, if we planned it out and we got it at the con, and again, if we brought the spouses in to road trip with us, I think it would make it even more enjoyable. Because the casinos, like, it's overwhelmingly cool.
Yeah. Even if I didn't gamble at all when I was there, and you didn't either.
No.
And we still had a good time walking around it.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, I might sometime, but it was just fun to get to walk around. I mean, the casino is insane. And you had a good turnout because you're close to New York. So you had a lot of comic YouTubers from New York. You had a handful from Canada that weren't. I know actual Dracula, who was in the chat earlier, was there, and
A bunch of Northeast.
yeah, you get a lot of Northeast. It was a fun time. I enjoyed it, and I know I think the 12-hour drive, we were like, oh, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do this again, but
the ride back was a
it
lot.
was a lot better than the ride down. Well, I think the ride down, we were like, we outsmarted ourselves. We were like, let's try and do this. Let's try and drive up to Scranton and avoid this. But when you're driving through New York and on a Sunday morning at 9 a.m., you don't deal with traffic. And
no, and not traffic that's not manageable, right?
right.
Yeah.
I think we had to do a little detour because we just got sidetracked, but it was
Yeah. Well, that's me not knowing how to read a map when there are bridges and roads involved. So.
And that's also me that was also trying to be doing work stuff Sunday morning while you were driving. I'm like, as I was your navigator, I was like, hold on, I got to deal with this email. Oh shoot, we missed our exit. But it was not bad. So I've considered, I'm like, I would do that with Baltimore because it was up there as I got a lot of good comics. I got a lot of good, I've been doing a lot of the action figures on the cards, so that worked well. And I mean, that's where I got the homage to the Batman book that's on Dustin's wall now that you lettered. So the Nottingham book. So
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I did check earlier today or yesterday to see if the guest list was posted yet, or if they had started like announcing anyone. They have not.
I would be shocked because that's in what, July?
Yeah.
Yeah.
End of July.
I'm not gonna. I got so like. First off, where's Dustin? Second off, I got so much FOMO this weekend because like Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, all of them are at Memphis Comic Con, and I'm like, oh, Memphis. The wife and I went to have been to Memphis like 4 times for a music festival right there near Beale Street, and it's such a cool town. And I'm like, oh, why am I not at this Comic Con right now? As I'm seeing like comic creators that I love who are on Beale Street, and I'm just like, the barbecue that's there, the fried chicken that was there, it was so good. I was just like, why am I not there eating that delicious food and buying comics right now?
How was PowerCon?
So PowerCon was okay. So PowerCon, if you don't know, it was originally in LA for the longest time, and it was geared as a Masters of the Universe He-Man con. they had some issues with Mattel, and so they kind of separated, and they moved PowerCon from LA to Columbus. And I know you're asking because this was literally like a week after we did Terrificon. And so you had a lot of vendors. They were still very much Masters of the Universe He-Man oriented. And but you had a lot of other toy vendors, like NECA was there, and some other toy vendors were there. And it was really cool. I feel like it's one of those that's like it needs to just grow in Columbus a little bit more to have legs. I was there for on a Friday afternoon from like 4 to 7, 8 o'clock. I maybe was there 3-4 hours, and I would not have gone back another day if I had the time to go back. So there I got a lot of great deals. There was a lot of cool toys, but right now it is a 1-day con for you as someone who's going. And which is fine, but if you're traveling more than, it'd take you an hour and a half to get over there for it, it'd be worth it. But if you're going much more than 2 hours, I'd be like, I don't know, because I walked up and down the aisles. Now, again, you have to go with my toy collecting right now. My toy collecting is I want Batman line figures and like obscure 90s movie. Like I want Hook. I want, Waterworld. I want Congo. I want those, like the Last Action Hero that no one else collects, but I do. And those are the toys that I want. So like, there's a little bit of like, I didn't do any of the panels, but it was fun. So I hope they come back to Columbus, and it's something that builds, because Columbus has a great environment for hosting Comic Cons or Toy Cons. So
Yeah, so a bunch of like toy YouTube people that I watch, like Pixel Dan and the Flooch, and Dan Larson with, oh crap, I can't remember his channel, but they all went to Big Fun.
yeah.
And so I watched that video because I was like, oh, I've been there before.
Yeah, because I took you to Big Fun. That was and yeah, Big Fun is all right. Bear told me stop calling them toys. They're called marital aids. So so whatever you want to call it, Big Fun is a marital aid store, according to Barrett, whatever that means. That's cool. And that's and yeah, if you come down to Columbus, I'd recommend going to Maxine's Bargain Box. It's about 25-30 minutes east of Columbus. It's probably about 10 minutes north of 70 that you go down.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I got the Batman from the 89 Batman. I got on card unpunched. I got that for $30. And that's you can't, you might get that for $30, but it's definitely going to be unpunched. So I was like, man, this was a deal. And they have some that are like not in great shape, but they do a lot of statues. They got a lot of NECA. They got a lot of comic books, and I mean, they have a lot of slab comics too. Like they had, and I'm not an X-Men guy, but it's the Storm. Storm has the mohawk. She's on the cover. I forget who she's fighting, but it's like Cable's first appearance as like an infant or something.
Is it the purple cover?
I want to say it's like Storm and Cyclops, and like Storm's on the left side up in the upper tier and someone's on the bottom, but it's like the first appearance of Cable as an infant or a child.
So it's 201, I think. I'm thinking it's 201. I'm looking it up now just because that's the type of person I am, where I have to know.
I'm looking it up now too. That's it. Yep, it's Storm fighting Cyclops. Yep. So Storm's in the upper left hand. Cyclops is shooting her. They had that comic. I forget the grade, but it was like $30 or something. $35 slabbed. And that's where I got my Venom 9, which is the first appearance of Eddie Brock's son. What is Danny? I think it is the Donny Cates run.
Sure, we'll call him. We'll go with Danny.
We'll go with Danny. I think I paid $40 for that, and it was a 9.8. And I was like, they're ones that like they just want your business because they're a collectible store 30 minutes out of a big city. So
What do they
know
what do they specialize in that they're giving such good deals on comics? Like, obviously, they're not a comic shop, right?
so they have, if you walk into the store, they have a wall of slabs here. They have behind the counter slabs, which they'll let you just walk right up and go see. They got vinyls, they've got toys, they've got action figures, they've got video games. They've got then a side room with a bunch of long boxes. They're a collectible store that kind of just deals with like, we're not in a major city, we're offset of a major city, and so they are ones that 100% will, if say you grab two comic slabs, right, and they're $100 for both of them, they're like, how's $90 for you? And they're like, cool. So it really, like Bear says, it's a collectible store, and it's a secondhand collectible store, and that's really what they are. I mean, you can find some deals there, and it's a really, if you're trying to get figures on card, they might be beat up, or I got the Batman, but the Batman was clean, and I mean, I paid $30 for it unpunched. They also had like the Batman the animated series on card for like 175, which is a super rare one, and I was just like, listen, I really want this, but this is not a conversation I want to have of why about $175 action figure.
Guess I already have it, but if it's graded and in a high grade for $35, I would still buy it.
Right. And like, I'm trying to get to a stage where like, I'm like, yeah. So I think some of them, like I got 9.8 of Venom number 9 for $50 of Dylan Brock. And then I got, I think I got it like a 9.4. It's an Amazing Spider-Man. It's the first Negative Man appearance, who was in the video game.
546.
Sure, let's go with that. That sounds good. But I bought the first Kyle Rayner appearance, and then 48 Green Lantern 48 and Green Lantern 49, which was, and 49 is the iconic Hal Jordan with the fists with the rings on it. I think I bought both of those for they're both 9.8s. I think I got them both for $100, which I get, like, again, I'm like, I got a first appearance in an iconic cover in a 9.8. They're hard pressed to do that. So like they're 100% of, we're a small shop in the middle of nowhere. We want to just let you like enjoy what you collect. So
what you're saying is that I need to like go out of my way to make a trip there.
You don't have to go far, because literally if you're on 70, it's 10 minutes north off of 70, whenever you're on 70, it's 10 minutes north of there. And it's like, and there's also a comic shop about 5 minutes south of there in like this rundown mall, that has, it has a whole bunch of comic books, but then it's an entire wall of just like on-card action figures, and it's like they have some of the old lithographs from Batman the Animated Series that were in the Warner Brothers stores. If you remember when Warner Brothers used to have stores in the malls. And I mean, and even that place has good prices on it. So it's like, man.
Just so everybody knows, this game is the drizzling shit.
Yeah. How is it we are in the third quarter and it's 7-5. That's not even a football score. That's baseball.
This game is awful.
Well, I'm glad that Dustin, well, not Dustin, I'm glad you sent me the link because you literally would have been on here for 20 minutes with no one to talk to.
I would have had to actively take a role in paying attention to things instead of like getting distracted by the football game or work or
Right.
like that.
Are you working right now?
No, so I when was it? Maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I had COVID and it kicked my butt.
Ooh.
So I just didn't work that week. I laid on the couch and watched a lot of Karate Kid.
Ooh, Cobra Kai?
No.
No, just Karate Kid. The karate. Okay.
So I've been like trying to get caught up with like the week that I missed. So that's why I worked, yesterday and tonight. Something I don't normally. I try not to work on Saturday and Sunday when I can, but kind of had to do it.
Yeah. So, what are you? If you're what are you working on right now?
What did I do tonight? I didn't write it down. I had to do revisions on a book for a vault book, and I was doing revisions on an AWA book.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So is this under your name or is it under?
It's under World.
So, well, I saw In-World got nominated for Ringo. I meant to ask you, is that something like that you as a team like celebrate, or is that something that like Darren goes out for that, or how's that kind of work?
We are celebrating as a team. Darren messaged me the other day and he was just like, hey man, pack your suit for the Ringo Awards. So like I'm going to the banquet this year.
Okay. So are you bringing the missus then?
No.
Because Okay.
No. So I think it's because that I'm only responsible for 1/7 of this nomination. I think I need to be responsible for the whole thing in order for her to go.
Okay. Because I know that's a conversation we've always talked about. Well, it's funny as I was it's not a spoiler, but like tomorrow I'm dropping my interview I did with Stuart Moore on my channel, who is working with Ahoy, and he was like, oh yeah, we got Darren who's doing editing for Ahoy, and I was like, oh, I know Darren. I didn't say it in the interview because I was trying to like not be like that guy, but
yeah, you could be like, yeah, I drink Natty Bows with his wife.
I drink Natty Bows. And Stuart Moore would look at me like, what are Natty Bows? I'm like, the cheapest beer that you can buy that is delicious.
The cheapest good beer you can buy.
Yes. And it's only found in Baltimore because Justin and I have literally looked for it elsewhere.
So, I mean, okay, I'm going to rewind a little bit here. And like, so it's like 5 hours from my house to Baltimore, and the whole 5-hour car ride, all I talk about with Greg is how great this beer is.
Yeah, because so if you don't know, we went to Baltimore Comic-Con last year, so 2021.
Yeah, so like the whole 5-hour trip, I'm like, oh man, you can just wait. We got to find this beer. Oh man, as soon as we get there, I'm cracking open a beer. Oh man, it's like the city's beer. This is going to be great. So we get there, we check in. We're like, all of our friends aren't there yet. So we're like, we'll just go to the hotel bar and have a few beers until everyone gets there, and then we'll go to dinner. So we like go into the hotel bar, and I'm like, yes, I would like a Natty Boh, thinking like, oh sure, here you go.
Because the brewery is in Baltimore, so this should be a natural thing, gang.
And there are signs for the beer hanging up everywhere, including the hotel bar. But when I say yes, can I have a Natty Boh? And they look at me and say, we're out. We don't have any. I didn't know how to respond. What do you do in that situation?
And then we went to we walked around Baltimore to try and find a place. I think we went to like Hooters or B-Dubs or something, and we're like, cool, we're gonna get some wings, we'll get some Natty Boh, and they're like, we'll have a Natty Boh, and they're like, we don't have it. We're like, what?
Yeah, we don't carry that. And I was just like, am I going to go this whole weekend with no Natty Boh? Like, why am I even here? Right? So, like, I think it's at that point you get on your phone and you're like, oh, dude, there's a liquor store like 2 blocks from here. And I'm like, all right, let's
go. So Justin and I walked through the most sketchy parts of Baltimore to find this liquor store that has Natty Boh. And they're like, hey, man, what can we get you? We're like, you got that Natty Boh? And they're like, yeah. We're like, that's what we want.
Like, do you want it warm or do you want it cold?
Like we don't care. We just want it.
So it was Saturday night I went out to dinner and you didn't come with us, right?
Yeah. So Saturday night you went out. That's when you went out with not Micah, Steven. You went to the seafood. I was doing some YouTube stream with YouTubers or something. I don't know.
So we got to the seafood place and it was like an hour wait, and we were just like, nah. And so we found a dive bar like next to the liquor store, and their special was a giant plastic cup. It had to have been like a 20-ounce plastic cup of Natty Boh for $6. And I was just like, okay, I'm coming here from now on. I'm not going anywhere else.
So good. And yeah, that was the time I'm okay with that night how it ended, because I had picked up, I think on the way back, I picked up a pack of Natty Boh that we cracked open on the hotel mezzanine with Darren and everyone else.
Yeah, because we hung out.
Everyone was down for the Ringos the Ringos were happening in the floor below us, and we're just like, you and I, we had the pack of Natty Bohs, and we're like, we're gonna drink while everyone's at the Ringos. And then like all the people from your lettering crew came up, and World came up, and we're like, we drink Natty Bohs. And well, like we were up on the balcony drinking Natty Bohs while like Tom King, Miss Gerards were in the bar below us, and we're like, we don't want to spend that much money to hang out with people.
No, like anybody who would come up to the balcony would be like, hey, Natty Boh for you. Because it was like, what, $13 for a 12-pack? And that's like in city price. Like
it was a good light beer. I don't drink light beers, so it was like perfect.
It was good. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm already making plans on it. Like, how many 12-packs do I need to bring back home with me?
I'm already planning. I'm like, okay, I know I can't go for the full weekend, but like, can I make it to Baltimore if I drive up a Wednesday and then I'm there Thursday, Friday, and leave Saturday? And I'm like, maybe.
Do it for the Natty Boh.
Listen, I think if I get comic creators to sign my book for Friday and then do it for the Natty Boh Thursday and Friday, I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, like I'm already like I've already like planned like my Thursday out. Like, get there at 3, check in, walk to the beer store, buy like 2 12-packs, and then just start.
As you should.
Yeah, like that's looking like my plan. I'm probably gonna skip Hooters this year.
I mean, I don't understand that. It makes sense.
It was not good.
It was bad food.
It was
We walked around so much trying to find somewhere to eat, and we're just like, whatever. So
it was one of those, oh, they're open
yes,
type
that was
thing.
it, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's 10:40, and I'm gonna need to go to bed here soon. And Dustin is not back.
He's not. He did say that if we wanted to end the stream, we could. I just have to message him, and he will end it for us.
So I think I'm gonna have to dip out. Oh, I see that now in the chat, but it's a whole new chat. I'm not used to it, so yeah, I think we should. I think I'm gonna call it for myself. So
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna ask him real quick if he has an ETA, and I will go from there. We're gonna do a 24-hour stream. Yes, I will do a 24-hour stream.
do it.
Yes.
Do it. I'm not gonna be a part of it, but
Oh man, I can't control anything. So I'm literally, when you leave, I'm going to be like, it's just gonna be me full screen.
right. And Joey Bags of 7 just like keep talking.
Yeah, so this is going to turn into a discussion of how much I love Natty Bo. I hope everybody's prepared for that.
So, all right. Well, with that, enjoy your conversation with Justin as he's talking about Natty Bo.
Yep. Bye. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having me. See you, buddy.
See ya. All right, so I'm going to stretch it out and tell everybody exactly. No, I'm kidding. We're not going to talk about Natty Bo this whole time. I mean, I'm not going to do that to you guys. Justin is the only person I can believe would make for an interesting 24-hour stream. Only because, like, for like 6 hours of it, I would probably just be a zombie, like sitting here trying to figure out what to do or what to talk about. Like, because I would just be so tired. I would get almost punch drunk, a little delirious, right? I think maybe I'm doing it now. I don't really know what's going on. So for everyone out there talking about Baltimore Comic Con, oh god, this game is just horrible. I hope no one is actively watching this game or has a rooting interest in either team, because if you do, I'm sorry. This game is just terrible. Ugh. Terrible.
Well, sorry, I didn't mean to ruin the live stream, guys. Whew.
That's all right. We held the fort down while you were gone.
How long have you been here by yourself?
Like 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
3 seconds. And God, just man. Yeah, well, to be fair, Chris, that's the only reason why I'm watching it, because I have fantasy players in it, and like, I feel dumb for drafting them. I should not have put a player from either one of these teams on my team. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Football?
Yeah,
Okay.
like right now. So there are 40 seconds left in the third quarter. The score is 7-5. That's the type of game this has been.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, if this were a 1:00 Sunday game, then sure, no one cares. But this is a primetime Sunday night game. Like, sucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sucks. Oh, so Dustin, I think I'm sending you a crap ton of books to press for me to get signed for Baltimore.
Better hurry up, because I got a guy sending me 30 of them. Supposed
What?
to be dropping them off this week, so
Fine,
get them quick.
do it quick.
Yeah, my goal is I'm going to buy another press, because this guy's going to be like consistently sending me 25 to 30 at a time.
Nice.
And so I'm going to get a press specifically like it's his book's press.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I'm glad it's working out for you and you're getting business and people to send you books and stuff.
Yeah, me too, man. It's pretty cool. I got a first Emma Bloodstone in the press right now,
Nice.
and a Hulk 181 going in after that.
hmm
And then I got Russell, who that he's got 8 books that I got to get on next.
Yeah. So everyone's sending you big books, and here I am just sending you like 2 X-Men books just because I like the cover.
You know how many books are behind me that are not considered big books by a
Just
lot of people watching? But I noticed there's not, my Hulk 181's not on the wall.
that's because it's for sale.
Notice these are not, because I collects my way.
Chris, I also have George Kittle on my team, and it's painful. This is painful. Especially because he missed the first 2 games, right? So missed 2 games, and he comes back, and this is this. Oh, hey, while I'm here, anybody out there watching, do you guys have any experience with paint markers or paint pens? I want to try them out for getting books signed, and I don't have any experience with them, so I don't know if this is a good brand, if this will work. So if anyone out there knows, please let me know, because I don't want to jack my books up.
That's a fact. That is a fact, because they look really good right now.
Yeah, and they're really awesome covers.
Yeah, they really are.
I know how to pick out good covers.
I'll give you that.
What's the biggest of the big boy on that wall?
Are you asking about price, or what is the biggest book on the wall by the consensus of what most people would think, or what book is my favorite book on the wall?
So let's go with the biggest, like worth the most, and your favorite.
All right, so the one worth the most is kind of hard. And the only reason why I say that is let's see. We decided to go with this guy. It's all done. It's all done. Look, guys. I'm going to answer the question, but that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging that pretty cool.
If I didn't believe comics should be stored in a box in a dark closet, I would try to do something similar.
All right, so most expensive book on the wall. This book here. Reason being, I would not sell that book legitimately for less than about 15 grand. Reason being, it's the only one on the planet in a 9.8 that is not the collector's edition that you're going to see the most of. There's a guy that has a 9.8 for sale on Shortbox and eBay of the regular one. He's asking 6 grand for it. There's another guy on eBay that has 3 9.8s of the regular one, asking 18 grand for them. I wouldn't let that one go for less than 15, and even that would be hard. Now, if we're going to actually, this is Mortal Kombat issue number 1. This came out before the games and everything. This is the beginning, the end all be all, number 1 Mortal Kombat collector piece in my mind. And I collect all the comics. I'm putting together a 9.8 run of all the Mortal Kombat comics. Now, if we're going to talk like legitimately, what is the most expensive book here that you can actually find data to support? Walking Dead 1, because it's the black label 9.8, which was less than 7% of the print run. A regular 9.8 goes for about $4,500. This is about $6,000. After that, it would probably be my Fantastic Four #1 record reprint in an 8.0. Those go for a little over $2,000. Then the Marvel Spotlight, and then the Avengers 4. These two books right here, even in low grade, are criminally undervalued. It's incredible. Yeah, it is, Joe. Yeah, it is. And I was like, I was tearing the house apart just a little while ago because I bought a brand new can last night before the Babylon, and I only got like 2 pinches out of it. I couldn't find it, and then I had to go to the store to get my kid some medicine. While I was there, I was like, I'm gonna grab another can of dip. Well, they didn't have mine, so I had to buy Copenhagen Snuff, which was almost $6 a can. Now, what's my favorite book on the wall? Again, absolutely, it's this one right here, hands down. I went through hell and high water to find this copy of this book. It took me forever, and as soon as I got it, I did a video. I was beyond excited. I knew this would hit a 9.8. Then it hit a 9.2. And if you've never seen that video, go watch it because I absolutely lost my mind. And that was the first appearance of Dustin cussing on camera. And so pressed it myself, cracked it and pressed it myself. Hit a 9.6. Or no. My buddy Jeff pressed it for me because I wasn't pressing yet. Hit a 9.6. They messed it up at CGC. I was pissed again. Cracked it again. Fixed the finger bends that they put in it. Finally hit a 9.8 because they didn't mess it up this time.
Can I go with your second favorite?
The Hulk 181, I guess. Yeah, the Hulk 181 is probably the most expensive book I got. I got a 2.5. It's about $3,000. So I'll take $2,700 for it if somebody wants it. I'm serious as a heart attack. But yeah, the Hulk 181 probably is the most expensive. Sorry, man. I just barely missed you, bro. He told me you left like 5 seconds before I came back. What were you going to say, Jay?
One of the favorites up there, it's got to be the Super Sentai, right?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yes, absolutely, man. Super Sentai #2, the first anything published Power Rangers. A lot of people get it confused and think this book is the first appearance of the Power Rangers. It is not. It is indeed this book right here. This book came out in April of '94. This book came out in December of '94. So a Sentai book. Justin was there when I got that book, and when I got it in my hands, it was literally the first and only time I've ever seen that book in person. It is that freaking scarce and hard to find. That is a legitimate. That book right there is something I would call legitimately rare.
So there were 2 books that entire weekend at Heroes Con that you were just like, oh my God, stop. And like you grabbed me for it.
Yeah.
And do you remember the other one? Do you remember the other one?
Nabisco.
Yep. The Wolverine Nabisco.
Yep. Yeah, that's one that I would like to have just because of its scarcity and what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not a monstrous Wolverine fan. I like Wolverine, okay, just like everybody else, but that's just one of those that it would be cool to be able to say you own it because you just don't. And that was the first time I've seen one in person outside of the one that Bub's Comics has.
I agree too.
What's the one book that will be a family heirloom? Honestly, probably this guy here, this guy. My Ghost Rider stuff, my Cap stuff, my Mortal Kombat stuff, my Power Ranger stuff, like that stuff. I'm just like, there's no way I would part with it. Anything that is on this wall, on this level and this level, is stuff that I absolutely cannot part with. I don't think. I don't see it. Maybe the Iron Man, the third Iron Man, I could. The Swamp Thing over here, that's just a placeholder for the book coming in Tuesday. That book is something that I will not get rid of. I still cannot believe that book is coming to my house. It is absolutely mind-boggling to me that I'm going to have that book. And it is insane the price I got that book for. It doesn't even make sense. It's stupid. It is stupid, especially when you look at the census. This is a book from 19. Let's see. That one's from 64. So this book's probably like 1965, 66. And from 90 to 96, there's no 98s on the census. From 90 to 96, there's less than 115 copies. And I got one of them. And it's a book that has not been sold in like 4 years in the grade I got. So it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Bubs, what's going on, man? See, talk about him when he shows up. We was talking about that Nabisco, man. So the only books that didn't make the cut was The Hobbit 2, The Hobbit 3, and this guy.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that cover, man. And the Triple H. Triple H has been on the wall for a long time. This one's cool too because it's got the Thunder Megazord, which was like the biggest one until they had one of the spaceship shows, I think. Oh, I definitely will, comic fan. You can believe that. I promise you I will. I almost want to hold off on mailing Justin his books so that I can use this one in the video, but I got to get those books back to him. But yeah, essentially I traded this book for it. So I just happened to hear Justin Friday morning talking about wanting to get a 9.8 of this. And the night before I had decided this was the book I was going to sell to pay for the one I just got. And just worked out.
Right.
Saved him some hunting.
Yeah, because that was on my list for Baltimore.
I hope I didn't ruin your con for you.
No, man, it's really looking like I'm going to be spending a majority of my money on getting books signed and graded. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Not a big deal at all.
Well, that's good. That makes me feel better. I also didn't want you to feel like if you didn't buy it, like I was going to hate you or something. Because, I mean,
No, because
somebody would have grabbed it for that price.
Well, absolutely. It was man. How are there still 12 minutes left in this game? It was a book that I want. Like, yes, I've got a full X-Men run, but like, I really want to start getting first appearances in 9/8 when it's possible. So, I mean, that book has really come down in price over the past year. So, like, it was. I was very happy with the price.
Yeah, I think a 9.8 was up to like almost 1,500 at one point.
Yeah.
And it's come down. You can get them now for about like 900 most of the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so almost half.
Yeah. And there's a lot of books like that, man. A lot of books like that. I had a guy hit me up wanting to make a trade for my Hulk 181 plus cash. He wanted to trade me 2 Ultimate Fallout 4 first print 9.6s and that Star Wars yellow cover in like a 9.4.
What's the yellow cover?
It's got one of the Mandalorian guys on it.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Kyle? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
From the original run.
Okay. Oh, the Boba Fett cover?
Yeah.
I'll sell you my. Hey, I've got 5 X-Men #1 9.8s.
Oh, Barrett's talking about his facsimile. But I told the guy, I was like, 2 months ago, 3-4 months ago, I would have done it probably. But Ultimate Fallout 4 is one of the books that have fallen harder than any of them. I mean, I saw somebody selling 2 9.6s. They actually sold on Instagram. 2 9.6s sold for $1,100 last week. I've seen 9.8 selling for under 2,000.
Yeah.
So I was just like, nah, man. I was like, there's so many of them that people have for sale right now, and nobody's buying them. Nobody's buying them. I barely broke even on mine when I sold it, and it took me forever. Like, nobody's buying that book. So I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
Hey, I bet you I know what would make this game a higher scoring game. And that's if they actually, well, maybe not on that play because he fell down, but they should throw the ball to George Kittle. Sorry. God. This game is just terrible. What? But I'm still watching it. So this is more about me. It's more about me than it is the game at this point.
This is cool. I was thinking I wouldn't never do more than 2 levels because I was thinking it would look weird, but I think 3 looks good.
I think so.
I mean, I've got room to do 1 more, but I don't think I will because it'd be like super low to the ground. It would come up right above the electrical outlets.
Yeah.
But I think just having the 3 pretty cool. I wish I would have had all 3 up when I did the room tour video last weekend when we recorded that, but oh well. Ever changing, am I?
Yeah, Chris. I mean, at this point, we only have ourselves to blame. Like, we're still, for some reason, actively watching this. Like, we expect, like, one big play from either team to happen when we both know it's not. Everybody in that stadium knows it's not going to happen, but they're still there. We're just dumb.
So, did you decide if you're sending anything to Todd?
Yeah. I showed you, but I think I have it sitting right here.
Are you sending that to me first, or
No. So this is what I'm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I bought it graded already, so just gonna.
Normally, I wouldn't suggest it, but I would definitely do a CCS press.
Yeah, that's what I've learned to do anytime I send them a book that's already graded for a signing.
Yeah. I'm going to send this one. I'm going to press it before I send it because I don't think CCS does worth a friggin' flip, but I'm hoping at least I'm going to put like 4 backer boards in it too, so Todd can't screw it up, hopefully. But, I should probably show it, but yeah, I'm going to do my Flaming Carrot Comics 27, the only time Todd McFarlane ever worked on Turtles.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Like send in the weird, unique stuff, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, I can just see him sitting there signing. He's like, "Oh, goody! Another Spawn number 1, another ASM 300." Like, I was just number 1. The only thing he's done that I even collect would be this. It's the only thing that falls in a category of stuff I collect. And also, I think it would be cool. I'd be interested to know if he even like gave it a second thought when he saw that after signing 40 Spawn 1s and 18 Hulk 340s and 75 ASM 300s and 149 Spider-Man 1s. And then he sees, did I do this? It's a Turtles book. I didn't do Turtles, So I don't know what color I should do though. That's the only thing I'm
oh, look, hold it back up.
I was almost thinking like red or orange.
Well, where do you want him to sign it?
See, that's the other thing. I'm not sure. I was thinking actually like here.
Yeah, that's
air balloon.
That's where I was thinking. And you know what color I almost want to suggest?
What's that?
Green.
Oh, that would be cool.
green up there
Yeah,
on.
I mean, because it's going to be in the on the hot air balloon. So
Yeah. If you're gonna put it there, I think green would look cool.
yeah.
But any dark color would look good up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think green would look cool. I think red would look cool too.
Yeah, match it off of the letters up there.
Yeah, tie in with the trade dress a little bit and the issue number, and then there's some carrots got red pants. Look, he's got green flippers on. I've never noticed that. The Flaming Carrot has these green flippers on. This was they had 3 issues between in the Flaming Carrot series with the turtle crossover, and this was for some reason Todd did the cover on this one, so I thought that was super cool. And it's pretty high grade. I think it'll grade like a 9.4. I don't think I'll be able to get much better than that unless they're just super cool with it. But regardless, I thought that would be super cool. There can't be too many of these out there. Him with his signature on them, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, the other book I was considering was New Mutants 87, the first appearance of Cable, because he did the cover inks. That's it. That's all he did was the cover inks.
Which one?
New Mutants 87, first Cable.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then eventually you could pay
in the book for
a
it?
$100 fee to have Rob Liefeld sign it and double sign, dual signature.
Is he credited in 87?
So if you look at it on CLZ, he's listed as cover inker. I've seen him sign it before.
Okay. Supposedly there was a Batman 423 like homage or cover swipe or a reprint or something that he didn't authorize, and he's like, I'm not signing that shit.
If you look at on
some exclusive where they literally took his cover and they did like a metal cover or a virgin or something like that of it and didn't clear it with him.
Did that just come out?
I think so.
If you look at CGC's website, it's like he will not sign these books.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what those covers are, truthfully. I could look them up, but I'm not going to send them in, so I figured, what's the point?
Mm-hmm. And then the next books I'm just gonna be getting graded for my PC. And you were with me when I got this one. Super excited about it, especially after been reading through the Fantastic Four and how much love I have gained for this character more than I did before. But this has been a book I've been looking for about a year. Found a really, really sharp copy of this for like $25 when Justin and I were at Heroes Con. And that one's definitely getting graded because it's such a badass cover. Got Fantastic Four in there. So getting that one done. And I'm finally getting my 49 graded. So that's going to be cool too. So something's going to have to come off that top shelf because these bad boys got to go up there. These guys got to go on the top shelf. So I'm not buying a whole lot probably for a while though, with the way things are now. So I think once I get those back, get the one Tuesday, I'll probably be set for a minute on what's what up there on the wall. But right now is an awesome time to buy if you can, though. I mean, if you can continue to buy books this year, next year, and probably the year after that, without going into financial trouble, shit, it's the time, man. It is the time. As soon as our work gets back going good and we're good to go, and I know we're straight for a while, it might be getting crazy over here. Because even my wife's like, like she understands and she agreed, like, if we can split what we're putting back, some of the savings, and then here you can go buy you some books, or if the press and stuff is doing really well, once I get a couple more presses in here, where you think that money's going?
Yeah, and like the cool thing is, like, you've been to all types of sizes of shows, so you know like what books you can find.
Yeah, and like most of the stuff I want to get is like Fantastic Four books too. So now's a really good time to get those because they haven't really popped off yet. And I definitely want to. I want to have whatever I want that's Fantastic Four. I want to have it by the end of next year. I want a. I want a number 10. I want a number 8. I'd like to have a number 5, but that's pretty far fetched right now. Definitely want to get a number 3. I want to get a 22. I want to get a first Super Scroll because that character is pretty kick ass in the stories. I really enjoyed that. And I want to get FF26. It was the first Avengers crossover ever in comics, and it was an awesome issue. How far did you make it before you gave up?
That's a good question.
Because because I was like, he once he got sick, like he just like didn't go back.
Like I got sick and like it's now like been like a hurt like either I'm tired at the end of the day, so I just go to sleep at like 9:30, or uh or oh look, Denver scored. Great. Or like I'm like trying to get caught up with work. I think the last one I read was 13.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been having the same issue. I guarantee you, I'm at least 40 books behind. I'm still going though. I'm every chance I get, I'm still reading, but as slow as I read, as long as those books take to read, and as much time as I'm spending doing the working on books right now too, I'm definitely not hitting 3 a day. So, but I'm still going. I think I'm on issue 33.
Yeah, we had a really long, like, in-depth discussion about 13's cover and how I felt it was like the first cover that I was just like, this speaks to me.
Yeah. That's why I want number 22, because in that issue is where the art inside the book, like the Thing, really started to look like the Thing. You really started to see the block look to the character and the detail in the character. And Sue really started to have some more detail. And Sue actually, that's there's a lot of things happen in that issue. That's the first time he says it's clobbering time. Sue gets her new powers with being able to turn other people invisible and use her force field. So there's a lot going on in that number 22.
I actually honestly want to pick up a number 28 because it's the first X-Men crossover, and it's like another early like
Yeah,
X-Men outside of X-Men appearance.
that issue was wild, man.
28.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like I need to go with like that, you know, Journey into Mystery and that Strange Tales.
Yeah,
that I picked up.
the Thinker actually takes over Charles Xavier's mind and uses him to send the X-Men to attack the Fantastic Four. He tells the X-Men that they're not who they say they are, that they're actually trying to take over the world, and it's a big secret. So they go and kidnap the Fantastic Four. They have a big fight and bring them to Charles, and then the Thinker reveals himself, and they all kick the shit out of him, and then everything's everything. But yeah, that was a wild book.
Man, the X-Men are dumb when they're kids.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of.
Just dumb.
I wasn't a huge fan of them in that issue. I could kind of see why you said you didn't really care for early Fantastic Four or X-Men reading.
Yeah, I think I made it
It's
to
all like that.
How far did I make it? Like, I did 7, 8. I maybe made it to like 8 or 9, and I was just like, man, I don't know.
I read issue 1 and gave up. I was like, this was rough, bro. This is rough. But the 26th, where they had the Avengers crossover, that was really good because you had it's the continuation of issue 25, where essentially Captain America comes back in Avengers 4. And so things break down with the Hulk and the Avengers because of what happened in Avengers 4. So he is looking for the Avengers. So, of course, he ends up in New York, tearing all hell through New York City. Well, of course, Fantastic Four step in. So him and Thing fight through the entire issue of 25. On 26, the Avengers show up. And it's the Avengers saying, hey, you guys need to back off. We know him. We'll handle him. And the Fantastic Four is like, whoa, bro, this is our turf. We got it. We've been whooping his ass for 26 pages in the last story. If you didn't read it, we got it. So then they end up fighting to see, they're fighting each other to try to see who's going to fight Hulk, over who's going to fight and take care of Hulk. Meanwhile, Hulk is sitting here like, these dumbasses are fighting to see who's going to fight me. And I'm just going to kick the shit out of all of them. And that's like, he just beats the hell out of all of them in the middle of it. And then he ended up, they had, what's the little guy's name? The Hulk's friend.
Rick Jones.
Rick Jones. He's there, and Rick's trying to reason with him, and Hulk's like, "No, you sided with Captain America, and you're just trying to be with them." So he wants to hurt Rick Jones too, and then he ends up getting away and changing back into Bruce and swimming down the river or something like that. So he ended up in the water swimming, getting away that way. They never got the Hulk though. But it was a good issue. It was a fun read for sure.
What was the first issue that the Hulk shows up in?
12.
I just like the way that Hulk is portrayed in that issue was just completely like different than what I'm used to.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't really care for that issue as much, and I know a lot of people get excited about it because it's the first Hulk crossover, and a lot of people misconstrue that book and say it's the first battle between Hulk and Thing, and it's like they didn't really fight that much in that book, like, and it was more the rest of the Fantastic Four trying to track Hulk down, like that was what it was all about. They were trying to track Hulk down. Because they thought he destroyed that facility, when in reality, that's not how it really went down. And Reed Richards actually puts it together that Hulk and Bruce Banner are the same person. Like you kind of get that feeling reading that by the end of the story that like Reed knows. Issue 25 is where the battle happens. And I'll die on that hill all day long. I'll die on that hill all day long. The first meeting of Hulk and Thing is number 12. The first battle is in 25. But I do like that 100 issues after number 12, we have issue 112, which features another battle between them, and they're on the cover fighting, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
There you go.
$100. Wow. I mean, I would definitely, if I was to find a copy for like a smoking hot deal, I would grab it, but it's not what I'm actively looking for. Avengers number 1 is another one. Hey, all right, Kyle, take it easy, brother. Thanks, man. Avengers 1 is another one I'm definitely going to be looking to pick up while everything's down. Avengers 1 and FF3 and FF5. If I'm looking at like big books and hoping and praying they take like a 50% price cut. I feel bad for praying for those books to cut in half because of the people that spent so much money on them, hoping that they'll go up. They'll go back up again. I just want them to drop long enough for me to grab them. And I don't even want the number 5 for Doom's first appearance. Like, that's not even why I want that book. I want that book because Ben Grimm is freaking, the Thing is Blackbeard the pirate. They are sent back in time to steal Blackbeard the pirate's gold, man. Like, I love pirate stuff. So when I read that, I was like, holy shit, why does this story have to fall on the biggest first appearance of the biggest villain in all of comic books.
I love how complicated Doom's plans are in the first couple
Right.
of years. Like, I'm gonna send him back in time. I'm gonna take him out to space and throw him in the sun. Like, I'm gonna switch bodies with Reed and then shrink him down. Like, yeah.
Well, it's like issue number 9 right here. Issue number 9, Submariner. That so the Fantastic Four are going bankrupt. They're completely broke. Reed's selling off the Fantastic car, selling off all their machinery. People are turning on them, and all of a sudden they get a letter in the mail. We want to make a movie with you guys. Get to Hollywood. Let's do this movie. And the Fantastic Four have to hitchhike to Hollywood. Me and Dan talked about this last night. And they get there, and old Rico Suave comes out with one of them long cigarette sticks, and it's Submariner has purchased a movie company just so that he can try to put them in bad situations individually to be able to finally win Sue's love. Like yeah, that's some of the most fun things when you read some of this stuff. It's like, man, like there was definitely an easier way to go about this, but it wouldn't have been as much fun. Wouldn't have been as much fun. Did you get to the issue where the space aliens kidnapped the Fantastic Four because there was a big asteroid coming towards their planet and they only had 2 spaceships and they all couldn't fit in the spaceship?
Yeah.
So Reed invents this device, and his idea is, I'm going to shrink you guys down and put you so you can all fit in your spaceship and go to another planet. Now, until that part was revealed, I was like, oh, I know what Reed's about to do. He's going to shrink the asteroid so that by the time it hits the planet, it's not going to make any impact. Nope. No. Reed's going to send their asses to a whole nother planet and make them start over. Like, I was just like, what? You're the smartest guy ever? Like, you didn't even think of that?
Reed is the smartest dumb guy in the 616.
He makes some questionable decisions in these early Fantastic Fours, that's for sure. I'm sure when you get further out, like his decision making and his process and stuff probably makes a little more sense. But I don't know. Right now, I laugh sometimes at some of the stuff he comes up with. I'm like, that's what you're gonna do, Reed. Okay. We're just gonna send all these people to another planet. We can't just shrink that asteroid down to the size of like a pebble that you could almost catch. Oh, and there was another issue where
wait. Let's go back to that. So he tells everybody that he's going to shrink them down, but don't worry, I've invented a way to bring you back to full size. And everybody's like, cool, sign me up. So then they get on the ship, they go to the other planet, and the Fantastic Four, everyone else in the Fantastic Four is like, oh, Reed, that's amazing. How did you figure out how to do this? And he's like, I didn't. I lied. You're like, man, it's a good thing those people are small now, or they're going to be pissed.
I think Reed is a total shithead for that.
Yeah.
I love the issue where I don't remember. It wasn't the Skrulls. There was another clan that kidnapped the Fantastic Four, and maybe it was that issue. But they had another alien. They had other aliens coming to the planet to beat the Fantastic Four up. They were big dudes. And for some reason, I think it was that issue because they were saying, if you don't get this fixed, if you don't help us with this, we've got these jokers coming to kill you.
It wasn't the super adaptoid, right?
Maybe it was. All I remember is everything got worked out and nobody told these alien guys. And all of a sudden, they're there. Like, you can see them coming in. And I put myself in these guys' position, like, they don't know the Fantastic Four are. They're hired hands. They're told, you're going to get this money to come beat these guys up, kill them, whatever. So I'm in my spaceship and I'm flying down. And all of a sudden, the thing rips a freaking huge-ass pole out of the ground, takes a couple of warm-up swings, and just hits a home run on these jokers and smacks that spaceship clear across who knows how far across the universe. And I'm just putting myself in these guys' position. Like, how would you like to just be driving down the road and all of a sudden you just get, just swatted like a baseball across the freaking universe. I laughed out loud so hard at that. It cracked me the hell up. Paid under $1,000 for that Avengers 1. That's awesome, man. I'm looking at like a 3.0 or a 3.5 my buddy has. I think he's got it priced at like 3,500. If I didn't have to, if my wife wasn't expecting me to get the money for that Batman Adventures 12.98 for our savings account, I would probably be working a trade with my guy on that one.
Oh my gosh. God damn it.
What?
Oh.
That that fantasy football not looking too good, huh?
What? I just.
I'm glad I never got into that fantasy football stuff, man. I had to. I don't even really watch sports anymore because I take it way too seriously.
I
Like,
mean,
I would be ready to drive when me and Nick would watch Florida State religiously. I mean, like that was that was it. That was all we cared about was Florida State. When they would start losing to some, bullcrap team or something, man, I'd be ready to get in the truck and drive to Tallahassee and whoop the whole team's ass. Like, what the hell is wrong with y'all?
so fantasy football has ruined football for me in general. Like, I found that I have stopped rooting for teams.
Yeah, and you're just
Rooting for individual players. Yeah.
I hear you. Yeah, of course. After not really keeping up with Florida State, which I don't have cable either. It's like I haven't had cable in like 4 or 5 years. So once I cut cable, it was just like, well, I don't really have a way to keep up with sports as much. But of course, like after falling off the wagon, Florida State is coming out this year just smashing people left and right, undefeated so far. And I was just like, well, I guess I can't. And like, I'm the kind of person, I'm not going to post anything or say anything about it because you're going to get that, oh, where have you been for the last few years? Like, pissed off with nothing good to post. So I didn't. But still root for the Jets, but I'm less prone to violent outburst. Yeah. When Florida State won the national championship a few years back in like 2015 or 2013 or something, damn, it's been a minute now. Me and Nick, we were literally, we were sweating, stressing. There's a picture of me somewhere. I'm just like squatted down on the ground like this, just so like, oh my God, y'all cannot screw this up. And it came down to the wire, but Jameis Winston took that game by the short hairs and he made it happen. So that was cool.
So, probably during the 2017 Stanley Cup playoffs, when I think the Penguins were playing the Capitals, it was an elimination game for the Capitals because I think the Penguins were up 3-2 in the series. Game goes to overtime. The Penguins score. I fist pumped like so hard. And I was standing because like whenever it's a playoff game and I'm watching the Penguins, I stand. I can't sit. I just do this. I just stand like this, right? So that happened, and I fist pumped so hard that I actually like my feet came out from underneath of me, and I like went up and I fell straight down. Oh man, I hurt. Like I got worried too because it was an overtime game that it was so late that I woke up that I woke Liz up and she was gonna be pissed.
Oh Lord, yeah, I haven't hurt myself over it before, but I got to get this thing graded at some point.
I would wait until, you know.
Well, the thing is I can walk through this one and get it back pretty quickly, like maybe a month or two. But if I don't walk through it, it's literally over like 260 days on magazine right now.
No, you walk through that. You have to.
Yeah. That's the only reason why I hadn't sent it yet is because I didn't know you could walk through magazines until like 6 months ago. So, and then it's just been a deal of like, I was trying to get other stuff graded so I could move it. And it's just been hard to sell anything. I mean, I've got all those low to mid grade Silver Age books I thought would move pretty quickly, and folks are not having it. So, but yeah, once I get some stuff sold that I need to get sold, I'll be done with buying books and trying to sell anything for sure. And this will be something that I need to definitely. That'll be one of the first things to go back. I still have to press it though. I cleaned on it real good for like 2 hours one night. It's nice and clean now, but I got to press it. I was just looking. I got like a spot with like some magazine stuff in there. These are like some of the manga magazine deals here, like little individual stories. Mysterious Mew. Those are some awesome books. I do like those. I was supposed to send this to Tony Sanders. I didn't. I thought I had already sent it to him. I hadn't been able to find it. I was looking for it like last year and couldn't find it. That's why.
So, are you like? It's been a minute since we've talked about it, but like CBCS, is that even something you're considering, or
No.
you consider just straight? Yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
what I thought, but
Yeah.
since we haven't
That's
talked about it, in a
another
while,
reason. My New Mutants '98, like I've got it up for sale, but I would have it on my wall. I would have it on my wall if if it was CGC, but it's CBCS and everything else is CGC, so that would just literally drive me nuts. It kind of bothers me to have sporadic yellow labels on the wall. Like that kind of bothers me.
it wouldn't bother you if you just put it in a box and stuck it in a dark closet.
Yeah, I know, but we just built the wall, bro. My man Kenny, Comic 84, did that. That was so cool. He just threw that in with a bunch of Captain America books I bought from him last year. Got that mylar'd up. Mexico paying for this wall. Man, I wish they would. Shit, I would add to it like crazy. We'd have like, I'd go probably 20 more feet on each side and do 2 more low levels, top and bottom. Get El Chapo to pay for some big old books. I think this is some random stuff that came out of Nick's. This came out of like the one mystery box that I bought of Comic Tom's because he had that Power Rangers book and I wanted to get the daggone Virgin copy and I didn't. There's the book right there. It's a really good looking cover, but I didn't even know that I still had this stuff. I bought one Comic Tom mystery box ever. That actually ended up being a incentive cover for something. And then I don't know where that came from. I think that was out of one of Nick's mystery boxes, but I've been picking these up too when they have stuff on it that I like. Like this one's Jurassic Park, Jurassic Puke, but Cracked Magazine. These are the only Last Ronin books I still have in my collection. These two. This cover is absolutely the best cover of any issue of Last Ronin that was done. Austin LeMay, he sent me that one. That book got expensive for a minute too. There was 3 versions. There was a full color, an all black and white, and then the red color splash. And this was to me the best one. And I love like you got the skeleton there, and then I got the Jabroni book. Those are the only ones I still have. And my 98 Ash can I still got. Oh, I lied. Apparently, still have this guy. And then I got this old Turtles magazine. I have a Mortal Kombat Cracked magazine somewhere. I don't know where it's at. Ah, there it is. That one's cool too. He's got the Red Power Ranger, Batman. Who's that? Dread.
Yeah.
And I don't know who that other guy is right there.
I have no idea.
No idea. Our violence and gore issue. But yeah, there's a couple of Mortal Kombat cracked magazines, but not many of them that I've ever seen out. Is that Marie Severin? I wonder. I wonder if that's a Marie Severin. That's the only Severin I know. Shut up.
Is that a cat?
Yes, it's about to be a small rug. I wonder if that's Marie Severin. Does anybody in the chat that's watching, you guys are if you're familiar with Severin with her signature? I don't think
shit.
it's her.
That actually makes a lot of sense. That
You
it's
think?
Kevin Costner from Waterworld. Because there's like
Oh,
a puddle
Yeah,
of
he does
water.
have water all over him.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
Waterworld come out in 1995?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. I got to see if this is a Marie Severin cover. I don't think it is. We were talking about her last night. I love her stuff, man.
This is the part of Sunday night that I hate because there aren't any other sports on.
I get that way when I'm up working on books and stuff. Like, I like to have, I like YouTube videos that I don't have to actually look at the screen, that I can just kind of listen to, like podcast style. Let's see, front cover, John Severin. Okay, so it's not Marie. That would have been really cool though, but I didn't figure this would be her. That doesn't seem like something she would be working on. She seems way too good for be working on cracked comics. Wow, there's actually comic book art inside of these. I've never opened this up. Liu Kang and Johnny Cage. Goro, that's pretty cool. But I like having some YouTube videos that I can listen to, but man, there's just not been a ton of content out like that lately.
You know what? I actually like to have auctions on while I'm working because I know it's consistent, like talking.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay attention to it because I know I'm not going to buy anything.
See, that's my thing. Is like I don't have much interest in listening to auctions or watching auctions unless I'm actively looking to make purchases. But when I'm not in buying mode, I have no interest in them at all because I'm like, well, I'm not buying anything. And the worst thing that could happen is somebody put up something that I really, really want or been looking for. And most time it'll be a price that's really good. And then I have to watch somebody else get it.
Oh, actually, you know what I've like over the past, let's say, 3 months, really like working to in the background.
What's that?
Froggy Flips.
The hell is that?
That dude who just goes to like yard sales and estate sales, and then buys the shit and flips it.
Oh, there's a guy. He does comic book content too, and he does that.
Yeah, just like the sound of like people like flipping through comics, like long boxes and stuff. Like that sound, like
Yeah.
that sound, I could fall asleep to that sound. That's a nice sound.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's YouTube name. It's like punching and kicking or
Oh,
something.
punching and kicking. Yeah,
He's a wrestler and he collects comics and video games and stuff.
yeah. I've watched I've watched all of his yard sale videos.
Yeah, I watched a lot of his stuff too. He's pretty interesting. He's entertaining. He's found some stuff. He's found some stuff a few times that I was like, oh, that's cool. I'd like to have that.
Yeah.
He found like some Jordan stuff one time that I was like, oh, dude, I'd love to get that. Love to find some shit like that.
He so, I don't want to. Everyone should. He likes to do mystery boxes too, and he doesn't hold back.
Yeah.
So there's
I've thought about that. If I had money, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
He doesn't hold back. So if it's a bad box, like,
Yeah,
he lets you know.
he definitely lets them know.
Yeah.
And that's good, man. Like if I had the extra income to blow on buying mystery boxes and just do mystery box content all the time, and just be like, all right, this is a shit box. Like that one box I bought. Like I think I bought 2 mystery boxes in my lifetime.
The one where you were just throwing the books.
Yeah, because it was like full of roach shit and dead bugs, and the guy straight up told us when we hit him up about it that he got them out of a crack house, and I'm like, okay, so I'm still waiting for you to explain why the books look like this when I got them. Like you couldn't even change the bag and board. Someone didn't have bag and board. Like the hell's wrong with you, dude? And I bought one Comic Tom box that was worth like 20 cents, something like that. I mean, it was stupid. Like half the books were worth like $1. But yeah, I'm never been my thing is if I've got the money to spend, I'm going to spend it on something that I know I want. I'm not taking a chance. I don't need the mystery. I'd rather have the excitement of knowing that I got something I wanted. No guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need that. I'm not paying to provide content. And that's, I mean, hey, the people that do it, like I watch it, you know, it's entertaining, but I can't do it myself. I can't do it myself. But it's definitely something that's fun to watch. So I definitely understand and can appreciate the people that do it. It's just I can't do that. I'm not nice enough. I would lose a lot of friends.
Well, it's also like the people who like to do it, good for them. Like, it's another just form of collecting, another way of getting books,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. And sometimes and I can see the aspect of like getting something you didn't know you wanted.
Yeah.
You get something you've never seen before, or you didn't know you wanted until you got it, and like that's a really cool aspect of it too, you know. But I don't even like making them. I made one round of mystery boxes, and I felt I was just like, and I think they were like $15 boxes. I didn't want to go over that because I was just so stressed out that somebody was going to be pissed about what they got in there, and I'm like, do I put like $100 worth of books in these? And I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to put $1,000 worth of books out for $15 mystery boxes. But I was just a hair short on funds to get that Turtles one, so I did some mystery boxes, and they didn't even all sell, so it wasn't that big a deal. But like, I thought about doing some mystery boxes with all these slabs that that I'm trying to sell, and I've got like 6 long boxes of like mid 2000s to late 90s, or like late 90s to mid 2000s books. And I was like, I could probably do some mystery boxes. And I was just like, that would take a lot of time and effort. And I would be risking somebody being upset and talking shit. And then that's going to piss me off. No, I'm not doing it. Because unless you're sending out all slab stuff, there's no way to guarantee value on raw books.
Yeah,
it's just not possible. So for me, I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't feel comfortable making them. So I know I watched some of Nerdy Girl's mystery boxes and unboxings in the past, and Jesus Christ, horrible, terrible. People were paying like $200 for mystery boxes and barely getting $100 worth of value in them, barely. So yeah.
Plus, it's a crapshoot, right? Like, let's say I buy a mystery box and like 75% of it's DC books. What am I going to do with that?
Yeah. Well, that was like, I know Bert, he opened up a Southern Comic Geek mystery box, and it was like mainly all Marvel. And he was not happy that he got hardly any DC. And I was like, you know, that's what Southern Comic Geek picks up though, like is all Marvel stuff. Like, and the idea of a mystery box, like you got to, and this is something that I try to keep in mind. Which, like I said, that one mystery box I opened up, that there was no excuse for what that guy put in there. But the Comic Tom one, I tried to keep in mind, like, you know, I bought this to get the one book. I got the book. It wasn't the Virgin like I wanted, but whatever. But what you have to keep in mind is I'm not making mystery boxes based on what your interests are. I'm making mystery boxes based on what the shit I got. So what I have to make them, I'm not tailoring them for every single person that's buying them. And you have to understand that when you're purchasing the mystery box too, you can't get mad because, well, this is all Ninja Turtles, and I don't damn collect Ninja Turtles. I only collect Silver Age Captain America. Like, well, bro, ain't nobody said that you was gonna get a box full of shit that you liked. We just said you was gonna get a box for this amount of money, and most of the time they guarantee that the value is gonna be in the box. Most time it's over, but which one was it that you opened up? I know Russ makes some good ones. And there's people out there that make good ones, and Russ is my boy. Like, you know, we go back like bucket seats all the way to the floor. But if I was gonna buy something from him, I know what he's selling most of the time. I'd rather just say, hey, let me just get that book. But you know, if you're somebody who likes mystery boxes, when you see Russell Whodat putting one out, that's a good one to grab. It's a good one to grab for sure. If you're looking for value, it's there. Nick's Kicks and Comics. That dude, his mystery boxes seem to always be, I mean, way overvalued. Way overvalued. I think most of the unboxings I saw on his last set were like almost twice the value of the box. I mean, I'm talking about multiple videos. So there's people out there that do really good ones, but it's just not. That's just not the part of the hobby that that I'm into. I seem to remember you getting a real bad one. Yeah, throw the video in the chat and then send it to me because I want to watch it again. But yeah, Nick, he's had a few bad ones. He finally quit buying the Comic Tom one. I was like, why are you doing this? I was like, stop buying Comic Tom mystery box. Stop buying that Spider-Man booth big mystery box. Like any of these like big time mystery boxes with the big grand prizes, like they ain't gonna be jack shit in them boxes worth a damn, dude. It just ain't gonna do it. You can get your best mystery boxes from some small guy like us and the people that we all communicate with and talk to. Like that's who you're gonna get the good mystery boxes from. Because these big folks like Spider-Man Booth and Tom and Nerdy Girl and Unknown and Black Flag, they did one like all like a couple of bad videos are not going to hurt their reputation with the people that are going to keep following their asses anyway. But somebody like us, like that small mystery box I did, like I was in here, I literally built all the mystery boxes. And then I unwrapped every single one of them and went and added more the next day. Because I was losing sleep over like somebody's gonna be pissed off and we're gonna have a bad reputation over this. And once the ones that sold, I just said no more. They're all done. I said they were all sold out. Like they didn't all sell out. I barely sold any of them, but I was just like, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't want to. And I made sure like there was a signed book in each one. There was number ones in there. Like there was a $15, $20 value in there for sure. But I can't handle it. I don't want that weight on me. Eli said my first mystery box ever was from that Spider-Man booth, one ASM 300 Stanley in gold. Well, good for you, Eli. You got the grand prize. Now I'm a little jealous because you won a grand prize on one. And that's the big game most people play on like that guy's mystery boxes too, is like you're always playing for that grand prize for sure. I don't look at myself as the type of person that has any type of what you would call good luck though. So if there is 500 mystery boxes and 499 of them are really good, but there's one of them in there that ain't shit, like real bad, that's the one I'm going to get twice. I'm going to get that one twice. And it's going to get run over on the way to the post office. Well, between tonight and last night, I spent 7 hours on here. Had an awesome conversation with Dan last night on Silver Age. If anybody missed that, what's up, Bleeker? Hunt world champ, baby. Proud for that. Proud for that for you, dude. But if you missed last night's Babylon, there was only like 9 people that watched it. It's funny, Justin. It's funny. It's real funny that for a couple of weeks in a row, Nick and I were talking about the C2E2 garbage. 50, 60 people watching all night long. We start talking smack about She-Hulk. 30, 45, 50 people watching all night long. We start talking about comic books out here, like actual comic book content, discussing comic books on a comic book YouTube channel, talking about this stuff. Don't nobody give a damn about watching it. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. Oh well. I had a hell of a lot more fun last night than I did the past 2 months than we have on the Babylon. That's for damn sure. Talking with Dan and talking with Lawrence a couple weeks ago and talking about just actual comic book stuff. That's what gets me going. Oh, easy.
Well, good. I'm happy to hear that. You know what gets me going? Going to conventions.
Huh?
What gets me going is going to conventions.
Oh, yeah, me too. Like, I'm not expecting much from the one we're going to this coming weekend, but just knowing I get to put my backpack on. Actually, I get to put the fanny pack on. I don't even wear the backpack no more. I take the backpack, but I always find somewhere to ditch it at somebody's booth. I get to get it up, and as soon as I bust through them doors and hit that floor, it is on. I love it. I love it.
I still got to send this to you.
Oh, you're really gonna send that to me, dude?
Yeah, I'm not going to wear it, so you might.
Oh, shit. Dude, get that hoe out tomorrow, bro. I'll take it with me this weekend and wear it.
I got to gather up those books I'm going to send you for Baltimore, so I'll stick that in there.
Awesome. Awesome.
I just got to gather those books up.
Cool. Yeah, if that Joker makes it here by Friday, because I think I'm leaving Friday night, I'm be cranked up. Hell yeah. That is killer. That's way cooler than that green one I was wearing.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get some respect for that one.
Yeah. You and Dan were talking?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe he's talking about you.
Does Dan think my name is Justin with a J and not Dustin with a D? This because you're Justin.
Hey, it may have just been a typo.
Oh, maybe it was a typo. Yeah, that's Justin and I'm Dustin. But yes, Dan and I had like a 15-minute conversation before the show, and what would have probably gone on for another 2 hours if we could have kept talking after the show. We had another great conversation, so it was real good. All good, dude. All good. Bleaker, you. Oh man, I hope you had some good sales this weekend at the flea market, dude. If you were it up all the way up there in daggone Canada, I'd swing through for sure. Well, I guess I'm gonna jump off of here and go pull this Emma Bloodstone out and get this Hulk 181 going. Plus, I got to pack up your books. I got to pack up 2 or 3 other people's books that I got finished too. Get all those sent out tomorrow. And get Russell's books done this week so that when I get the 30 from this other guy, I'll be completely wide open, ready to go. So appreciate everybody who has been hanging around and helped add some suggestions to the reconstruction of the wall, adding the 3rd row. I appreciate it from you guys. I might be doing a little more content sitting in front of this Joker. We'll see. So, but I will say, when you see a video pop up on your timeline from us talking about some big ass book, and it starts off with a big old boom, bitch, don't miss that video. I got a monster coming in on Tuesday, a legit monster, and I'm so pumped about it. And it's a book none of you guys watching have. That's a fact. And the only reason why I say that is because there's so few of them that just the numbers don't work out. I don't think I know anybody that's got this book, and you guys might not even give a shit, to be honest. Like, I get way excited about stuff that I like, but it's a legit book for sure. So make sure you guys don't. Yeah, monster, huh? Oh, that was kind of a clue, actually. Didn't even think about that. But yeah, gonna be an awesome book to have. Can't wait for that one. So, but thanks for hanging out, guys. Justin, appreciate you for coming on and keeping me company. Greg, thanks for hanging out and keeping Justin company while I had to step away.
Greg's already asleep. It's fine.
Yeah. Hate that I didn't get to hang out and talk with him a little more, but maybe the room tour video is going to be ready this week. We'll see, guys. That's going to be a really cool video. You guys will finally get to see where the evolution of this room as a whole, from where I started and the different stages I went to, where I'm at now, what it looks like. Pretty proud of this room now. So glad we got to finally film that. That'll be coming out this week. And Saturday night, Nick and I will be together doing the Babylon. So we'll be doing that. It'll be after a Comic-Con, so it should be a good time. Might even have, I don't know if we'll do the Babylon Saturday night. We may be going and getting some pizza and some brewskis with comics and death metal afterwards. So we'll see. We'll see. But you guys have a great week. Hopefully I get to go to work some this week. That'd be a great thing. And first appearance of werewolf. Hell no. Hell no. Nobody want no werewolf by night. But we'll catch you guys later. See y'all.